May 11th, 9:40 a.m. High Court of Karain. Accused lobby. Welcome back. Back to Phoenix Wright. Back to getting shot with an assault rifle.
That's right.
I wasn't able to find any conclusive evidence yesterday. But if I can figure out Lady Kira's method for threatening the High Priest, then maybe. Motive, whatever. Method, same difference.
Nick, today,
I'm going to be doing what I do in every single game. Doesn't look so down, Maya. I'm going to defend you with everything I got. Probably Rafa.
Rafa, sure. You do well to cease this insanity while you can.
As I said yesterday, I'm going to defend my client in court.
Well, know this. You shall not witness a miracle of the sort that occurred last time. The moment she is found guilty, you too will be found guilty of abetting the accursed. Accused.
Still cursed. I mean, Phoenix is fucking cursed. How many murders has this dude been a part of?
Yeah.
I never claimed to be a miracle maker, but I am good at discovering the truth. Sometimes. And unlike miracles, the truth is always waiting to be found.
The truth, you say? It seems you have chosen your fate. It shall be your very last trial.
I have heard that so many times, you don't even know.
Yeah, not even, like, across just this game, every game. Nick. Alright, I lost track of life for a second there.
Had a nice little Nom flashback. I'm going to prove your innocence, Maya. And you'll see. After all, you have to introduce the plumed Punisher of Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm to the folks back home, right?
Right. I may be a defendant this time, and every time. But I'll be by your side like always, Nick.
I don't know if the judge will allow that, but sure. Thanks, Maya. This place is tough on lawyers. I need all the help I can get. But it's always good to have you on the team. Well, it's time. Let's go. May 11th. Alright, where is he? Where's Sasuke Samurai? That crunchy door. There he is.
Court is now in session. All rise.
I'll re-say. Good God, the frames. They're back.
Let the trial of Maya Fey begin.
The defense is ready, Your Majesty. I would have loved if it was just like a gender swap Neuda, and it's like, hello, I'm Neuda's sister, Sakura, or something like that.
I would have loved if it was not Neuda at all.
Yeah, it would have been cool. Just like any slight change. Huh?
I mean, I think I'd just take a different variation, his sibling, I don't know, it just doesn't really add up to me that this guy's flying across the fucking world to be in every fucking trial in the game. Quiet! Can't you see Prosecutor Sandmachine is absorbed in silent prayer?
Great. Trial's barely started and the judge is already mad at me.
He's very devout for a prosecutor. Why are you on that side of the stand? Okay, yeah, there you go.
That's where she always is.
Why is the accused standing over there?
A reference and fan service.
Oh, well...
Your Majesty. In addition to being the accused, she is also my assistant.
The accused is your assistant, you say? Very well, then.
Something, the company you keep.
A criminal does indeed make a fitting partner to a lawyer for a defiled soul. That wasn't very nice.
Yep, there's the my face, I know. Yeah, well, bad-mouthing lawyers seems to be a custom of sorts in Karain. It's not, like, this is the first time we really get to see 3D Maya.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. She was gone for, like...
4 or 3 games?
Pretty much, yeah. Any of the 3D, like, there wasn't any 3D ones that she was really in before this, so, like, yeah. I must say, I am surprised to see you still here in Krain, Mr. Wright. And even more so to find you in the Hall of Justice once more. I cannot fathom why you would willingly risk your life in yet another trial.
The answer is simple, Your Majesty. I am a lawyer, and this is what lawyers do. Though to be frank, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now.
We get it. Alright. Such foolishness. Ah, Prosecutor Sandmachine, are you ready to begin now? Yes, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. But first, I promise you both this. I will cast your wicked souls into the fires of hell.
You know, I know it's a trope, but it always bothers me every time I see it. His eyes are literally going through his fucking hair. And yes, I know, it's supposed to be that you can see it under his silky thin hair. But no, that is 100% laid over top, and it is really fucking bothering me. So, you know, his eyeball is just floating slightly above his face, I guess. Who cares?
You know.
You can unsee that, I promise.
No, I mean, that's not something that really bothers me. I've watched too much. It doesn't, like, that doesn't faze me.
It's only whenever I notice it, and it's just like, oh no.
Thus shall the soul of the victim attain salvation.
People dying!
Splendid. I would expect nothing less of you, Prosecutor Sandmachine.
Please stop. No, don't do it. Please save the victim's soul, Prosecutor.
Punish the wicked lord who dares to stop these last rites.
Please don't do any more cuts to the audience. Every time you do, it's another frame. I think I'll pass on the whole fire and brimstone deal. But I'm not surprised by your words or stance, considering what Apollo's told me about you.
Oh, it was you then still, that putrid lawyerly guile within him.
He kicked your ass because you were a terrible lawyer. Putrid, what?
He too must soon face the fires, lest his soul be lost to redemption.
You literally almost sent an innocent girl to prison, you fucking asshole.
I shall send you on ahead, so that he will not be lonely when he arrives.
Sorry, but I'm afraid it won't be that easy. People say I never know when to give up. Nervous, Maya?
A little.
When you say stupid shit like that, yeah. Feels like it's been ages since we stood side by side like this in court.
Too bad I'm the defendant.
Don't worry. We haven't lost a case together yet.
You're right. Let's give this everything we've got, Nick.
I really like his gavel. It sounds really nice.
Now then, Prosecutor Sandmachine, would you please explain the case at hand? The court to me?
Would you explain the court to me? This is trial 1.
Of course, Your Majesty. Let us begin the last rites of the victim.
Ow!
Maya Fey has been charged with the crime of murder. The victim of her heinous crime was High Priest Tarastin Mi. He was conducting the purification rite when he was brutally slain. And the cause of death?
I don't voice anyone, that's right.
Let us review the victim's autopsy report and the crime scene photo, shall we? The cause of death was blood loss from a stab wound delivered to the abdomen. The murder weapon was likely the Warbot dagger, which was used in the rite. However, the weapon is yet to be found, though the scene has been thoroughly searched. A sacred relic used as a tool of murder? The Holy Mother's wrath shall be most severe. The murder itself took place at the height of the purification rite. The accused had donned Lady Kira's sacred robes, and the victim was there to offer prayers as the High Priest of Corainism. During the rite, the victim and the accused were the only two at the inner sanctum. Therefore, the only person who could have slain the victim is Maya Fey.
Lantern.
I must say, that does cast a great deal of suspicion upon the accused. Indeed.
I just imagine there's someone standing behind Naruto with like a fan blowing upward, like, and that's why his little cloak is doing that thing.
I mean, to be fair, he has shown that he actually does have real psychic powers.
Yeah.
Because he can give you migraines and shit with his prayer beads. So...
I mean, that's just in being in the same room as him. I think I'd also get a fucking migraine.
I guess that's true. But, yeah, he has shown that he has some actual power. Anywho. Now then, allow me to submit this diagram of the crime scene as evidence in this case.
The diagram of the scene of the High Priest murder shows where the lanterns and the statue are. Cool.
In Koreanism, slaying a priest is a sin most grave and dreadful. As such, Maya's soul shall be plunged to the lowest level of hell. The hell of tickling.
She's already been there several times, trust me. Rule 34 is a wicked place.
Yeah, oh. There she shall be tickled without end for 500 million years. That is a terrible fate indeed. Would the defense care to respond?
And here I thought the lowest level of hell was the hell of back pain.
I don't remember killing anyone, and I don't have that dagger or anything like it.
Bitch. As my client stated, she has no memory of the event as described by the prosecution, but more importantly, she had no motive to kill the High Priest in the first place. Objection. Objection!
I thought you might say that. Nevertheless, the meaningless prattle of lawyers is utterly ineffectual here in the Hall of Justice. For all will be made clear by her benevolence, Rafa Padma Kurain's insights. So it is, and so it shall be. The divination seance reveals the truth for all to see.
Please understand it's been 2 to 3 fucking months since I've last done this shit. I'm gonna forget. Here we go again. It's been like 2 trials.
These are really easy.
I know, but I still forget.
Bailiff, please show in the royal priestess.
Can I have a refresher course? No, okay.
I pretty much remember, so you'll be happy.
It's Princess Rafa. Oh, how beautiful she looks again today. She's 14, fucking asshole. Shut up.
Glory to the Holy Mother for this blessed day. We get to stare at her nearly exposed ass. Legitimately. That outfit.
As popular as ever I see. Very unfortunate.
Rest assured, good people of Crane. I will defeat this murderer and her abettor.
Fuck.
They shall not escape their Freedom Express on their Freedom Express today. What a joy it is to have the royal priestess back in the Hall of Justice. May the Holy Mother grant us her divine favor. Dinhara Kurain. Dihara, I don't know.
Please stop cutting to the gallery.
I love how the text backpedals a little bit too.
Yep, we've already lost some frames, but it's doing okay for now. She looks pleased with herself. Especially if someone didn't know what a Freedom Express was until yesterday.
Is there something stuck to my face, barbed head?
No, nothing, your benevolence.
Now then, your benevolence. The divination seance, if you please. After we save. Very well. Nana, my robe. Does she not need her cool stuff? Okay.
No.
I know she doesn't.
Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name.
You do not sound like a 14-year-old still.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Imagine you hear what Flostia actually sounds like as a character, and she's just like, "Hello there, gentlemen. How are you doing?" It's like, oh
If
no.
it just sounds like she's in her 20s, not like...
Yeah, I know, but... Good thing they cleared the courtroom for this one.
Yeah, don't you just love that? They get everybody the fuck out of there.
Good. Unload those fuckers.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
This is a
No, they're still there.
cutscene.
It's just hard to see them. I would definitely put her in D rank on the Persona dancing tier. I think I could do this shit.
She just took that as a fucking personal attack. It's still not that crazy.
Still D. Still D. Maybe C. Maybe C. Maybe. I don't know. It's just a lot of we're going back to D. It's just a lot of fucking spins. I think Nanako could do this shit. Nanako could do that.
Well, Nanako could do every dance in that game. Every character can do every dance in that game. It's not really...
I feel like the way Nanako dances, though, is solid Nanako cute tier, but still bad. Anyway, hello. I thought you were wearing that special robe. What the fuck? Maya, why aren't you wearing the correct robe?
I mean, she wasn't, because the guy didn't see her wearing it. Okay, this is him reading the threat note, maybe. Maybe it's not. Okay. He hears wind, smells incense, hears footsteps, feels pain. Wow, that was really short. Okay. The victim's medium has spoken. The divination seance is complete.
Yeah, we're going to be skipping that next time. Great. Another clearly incriminating seance vision.
It could not be any clearer, oh foul defense. It really doesn't prove much, actually. That was a pretty shitty divination. The accused donned the sacred robes of Lady Kira in half a second, and then attacked the priest. Oh, how very terrible it must have been. The figure of Lady Kira lit against the dim lantern light, the scent of incense growing ever more potent as she drew near. One could almost sense the horror Abbott in me must have felt. Didn't feel horror. Would have seen it.
Yeah.
The facts as presented by her benevolence are indisputable. But that wasn't me! Do something, Nick!
I'm working on it. It couldn't have been any clearer. It looks like I'm in for another uphill battle.
The accused committed this vile act during her ancient tradition, the purification rite.
Come to think of it, the Wright's guide explained the multi-part purification rite in detail. The transformation rite. The high priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira. Yeah, dons the earlobes. The rite of water. Lady Kira enters the spring and the high priest purifies her along with the dagger. The rite of fire. The priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul.
Indeed. It would seem that the murder occurred during the transformation rite. The rite dictates that the high priest stand in front of the spring. Therefore, the accused must have attacked him from the direction of the broken lantern. Well, Barbdet? Would you care to object?
Well, of course, because I know my client's innocent.
So you say. You truly do not know when you are beaten, do you?
I managed to pull it off last time with Albie. I'll just have to do it again.
You intend to find fault with her benevolence's insights yet again?
Well, last time it happened, sir, and it was proven correct, so...
It would seem lawyers are polkunkin creatures indeed.
Look at that polkunkin. Polkunin.
Oh, God.
Polkunkin.
Ew. They made up a new word. Oof.
What exactly is a polkunin?
Someone who's a real piece of work, so to speak.
They can call me anything they want. The only thing I care about is uncovering the truth.
So, Bartet, are you foolish enough to risk your life for your so-called truth? I'm already here. I'm not allowed to back out. Because my insights are the truth. To deny them is to willingly dig your own grave.
Uh-huh. Absolute truth, huh? Yeah, let's go.
To be fair, her insights are absolutely truthful. They're just being interpreted incorrectly. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra.
The Kama? No, not the Kama. Good lord.
As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly... Actually, you know, considering the relationship he had with his wife, maybe he was reading the Kama Sutra.
I'll have to try this later. I hope I don't turn into a picture. Otherwise, this one will be impossible.
Yeah.
I'll make it work.
He heard the accused approaching footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. It was then that the victim felt an intense pain. I believe that is when he was stabbed. As his life's blood spilled over, his vision dimmed, till finally he passed from our world. That is everything the victim experienced in his final moments.
Said the blood was already red before he got there.
Yeah, we know that it was already red. Dressed in sacred robes of Lady Kira, the accused rushed the victim head-on. The brutal stabbing she perpetuated. Yeah, perpetrated. Man, what is my brain? Perpetrated could not have been any
She
clearer.
perpetuated it. She made it happen multiple times.
That's right. Oof. She really
got that stab in.
Yeah. Yes, it is plain for all to see. No, it wasn't me. A sudden drowsiness came over me during the transformation rite. I didn't even get a chance to put on Lady Kira's robes. You waste our time with such meaningless statements and accuse.
Look at you.
You cannot explain away the truths revealed by the royal priestess's divine insight. Oh, how did you end up finding contradictions last time?
The deceased's final memories include all 5 senses.
Oh, you mean those words that appeared in the Pool of Souls? It looked to me like the bigger the word, the stronger the sensation was to the victim. Wow, they're doing a second tutorial just for you, Ross.
Thanks. Yeah, that's how it looked to me, too. I mean, they did have a whole trial between this, and they only did this once,
yeah,
so...
fair enough.
The sensations themselves are never wrong, only their interpretations. That's why I tried to point out mistakes in Rafa's insights the last time.
So there could be contradictions between what Abbott and me felt and her insights, huh?
You got it. I'm gonna find this time, too.
No, I'm okay. I think she's just right.
Let's check, just in case. I can switch between Rafa's insights using these arrows on the touch screen. I look for inconsistencies between them and the sensations. Seance visions can be paused by touching pause. You can even jump to different points of the seance by moving the Mitama mark on the different panel by pressing A or Y. If see an insight doesn't seem right, I touch or select X. Then all I have to do is point out the sensation that contradicts the insight. Sensation this time to fluctuate more than the ones from Albi's trial, in which case I better keep an eye on the changes in their intensity. Yeah.
Can we also talk about just how intense this is for Rafa? She has to keep doing the dance every time you loop this fucking scene. Must purification rite, the lanterns, and reading a sutra. Well, we didn't see shit of him bowing to lantern. Oh no, that was probably bowing.
Yeah, he bows.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. His head bows.
Yeah, he bows.
Yeah.
He bows.
It's mild. Since so then the victim spares pain. Steps and sense. Okay.
Wait. Hold up. I can open up the court record at this shit. Okay, gotcha.
Just in case. It could be that the position of the lanterns was wrong or something. I don't fucking know. Really? Okay. The lantern wasn't broken, but I don't know if that matters.
That should matter.
Well, not like... I'm just saying, does it matter for this particular scene? Was it broken at the time?
Which one was broken?
If you look at the diagram, we have a... one of the ones he bowed to was not broken. Yeah. So the second lantern he would be bowing to in this, it wasn't broken in this clip, I don't think.
Yeah. Alright, let's take a look.
That should be on the first or second panel. What the hell it is. So that's the first lantern. That doesn't look broken to me.
That's not broken. It has the light and everything.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know if that's what it is right here, though.
I mean...
That could be a further piece of evidence that isn't right now. I'm not sure. I guess, yeah, contradictory sight. He sees that. That's not broken, but...
Yep, that's contradictory to my mind.
Objection!
Bitch! Your benevolence. Isn't this statement inconsistent with the vision?
Inconsistent? I think not.
Exactly. That's where the inconsistency lies.
I'm gonna kill you, Wright. No, I believe it is the defense's thought process that the inconsistent...
Yeah, I guess that wasn't an inconsistency there after all. Okay.
Yeah, you're not matching to evidence, you're matching to statement. There is no.
Okay. What is it, Maya?
I'm still trying to figure out this whole insight thing. When the words change size, that means the intensity of those sensations are changing too, right?
That's what it looks like to me.
So then, that's probably something we should keep an eye on too. Okay, the footsteps didn't get louder.
Okay. Perceptive for you.
That's a very nice hint they gave that kind of made it a little easy, maybe? I don't know. I think the footsteps didn't get louder, and that's what they're looking for.
Let's go find out.
Incense got stronger, but the footsteps did not as the thing approached.
Okay.
So now you need to find the part where it's mentioning the footsteps in the description there. You have to match the statement. You can't just click that. That's not the right send.
Right.
Statement. Approaching footsteps. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
So what the fuck does that imply? That they were flying?
Oh, hold up.
That would imply somebody...
Oh, god damn it.
Nope, wrong statement.
Nope, go back.
So the robes got closer, and there was footsteps, but it was somebody else's.
Remember how in the cutscene at the very beginning it seemed like they were flying?
Yeah, so
They were
like this
gliding
person
across.
in the robes is somehow flying.
Yeah.
Somebody else is in this scenario walking around, I guess, but they're not getting closer.
The victim supposedly heard the accused footsteps approaching. But did he really?
What nonsense is this? Is it not abundantly clear?
No, it's not. Because there's something strange about those footsteps.
Strange? Explain yourself, barbed head.
The footsteps are strange because they don't get louder. They're not getting any louder.
And why exactly does that matter?
Please focus your attention on the incense and the victim smelled. The scent grows stronger as the accused approaches. If the accused really had approached the victim, the sound of her footsteps would have grown louder as the scent of incense grew stronger.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, how am I supposed to do an ah without it being sexual, really?
You could do like a
I don't know.
You could do like a ah. Yeah, please don't do that, please. Oh!
Why, that makes perfect sense. How can this be explained, your benevolence? Well, there must be a reason.
What a fucking idiot. I hate her.
It is as they say, even a putrid worm of a lawyer will turn.
No one says that. Literally
What
no
the
one
fuck
has
is
ever
that
said
statement?
What does that even mean?
He's not exactly singing your praises, that's for sure. Still, we cannot discount this information solely on account of its lawyerly source. Your benevolence? Perhaps you must listen more carefully to the abbot's metama.
Listen more carefully. What's he talking about?
Yes, it would appear so. I shall try to refine the sensation.
Refine the sensation.
I can more accurately gauge sensations by deepening my communication with a metama.
Why aren't you doing that in the first place? I didn't know you could do that. Why have we never done this before?
By refining a sensation, a clearer picture of the truth can be discovered. Oh, blessed metama, I beseech you, hear me now and respond to my call.
No. Please?
No, I hate you.
No.
No. Bells. Footsteps changed it into bells. What could this mean?
Bells. The only bells at the scene of the crime were...
Ah, that jingling must have come from Abbot Inme's bells.
You know those big things he had on his ankles?
Well, there you have it. Sound of bells was from the high priest's own footsteps. That means he walked up to the person in the mask.
The footsteps belong to the victim. No, not necessarily. It just means that the guy was still gliding.
Maybe, but...
It means it was the victim who was moving, not the accused. Well, Phoenix is going for what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, from what we have right now, if we can't explain how that person's flying, the victim had to approach the murderer here.
The victim was the one who went running towards the broken lantern from the spring. A far cry from what her benevolence's insight would have us believe. Neat. So that just shows that, I guess.
But why would the victim have approached the accused?
Maybe he was trying to defend himself.
Please explain.
Could have felt threatened by Lady Kira standing there with a dagger. If so, he might have thought to overpower her before she attacked. You suck!
Priest, probably with a vow of pacifism, unlikely. Still your voices. This is nothing but a theory, and a poor one at that. Be not led astray by this lawyer's obvious postulation.
Oh, I'll postulate all over this courtroom. Just you watch.
While his insolence is inexcusable, I would ask that you calm yourself, your benevolence. Is there something you would care to say, Prosecutor Sandmachine? Even if it was Abbott and me who moved, does not negate the accused crimes.
What do you mean?
The accused was likely waiting for the high priest to approach. Ah! And as he neared, she plunged a dagger into him. It is as simple as that.
It's just as simple mathematics! Alright. It really doesn't change much, does it?
Yes, it is as the prosecutor has said. In fact, it is as I meant to say all along as well.
Uh-huh, right. And that's why you were so shocked when you first heard it.
Understand now, lawyer? That contradiction you conjured up has come to naught.
Well, welcome to the first contradiction of every single one of my cases I've ever done. Ever.
Once I hone my insights, it will vanish like the dying rays of the sun. For what it's worth, if Abbott and me didn't walk towards this guy, and this guy floated towards him, that implies that he was jogging in place.
Yeah?
Because the footstep sound was still being made.
Well,
so...
maybe he was, like, somehow tied to the pillar he was standing on or something.
But he would still be moving his feet in order to make the bells ring. Anyway. See? The fact that it was Abbott and me who moved changes nothing.
Ugh, come on, Phoenix. You gotta keep your cool. That contradiction I pointed out must mean something. That one sensation changed after Princess Rafa refined her vision. It stands to reason that something else might have changed too because of refinement. I should focus on any sensation that have changed, while searching for more contradictions between them and her insights.
Yeah.
I wonder if we get to steal Rafa from this place and just have her become a part of the law office.
She wouldn't have her OP divination spring if she wasn't here, though.
We could just rip it out of the ground and go install
This
it in
is
Court 4.
This is a really useful mechanic. She just interprets it wrong. It's water. Okay. Also, here's water.
Is that new?
Whatever. The water was not there before. I don't know. He lowered the suture, prosecute, try to fight her off with the broken lantern.
By the broken lantern.
Felt intense pain. I believe that was when he was stabbed.
Maybe he wasn't near enough.
Well, that makes me think something splashed into the water before he even died. Because it was before he even got stabbed, the water made a sound.
No sounds, no noise.
Well, there's wind in a second.
Yeah.
Or I guess there was wind a second ago.
Doesn't hear the crinkling paper, doesn't hear like any of that shit.
Apparently he's deaf. A bit of wind.
The water is weird.
It is a new one, but I don't know what...
He hears the water for... Oh! He got closer to the water. They're switched. They're flipped.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, he stepped into the spring at that moment. That was the footstep. Yeah. That footstep, instead of bells, he heard water because he stepped in the water and then he got stabbed.
Yeah, so where would this be?
Fight her off with the lantern.
What's
it's
the
inconsistent. Why is there water?
Isn't there?
I don't know. Oh, there is a pause. Look, it's top left.
Oh, right. There we go. Alright. Let's think about this for a second. I mean, yeah.
Okay. I know what you need to do. It's fighting them off with the lantern. Why is the water by the lantern? That's not a thing.
Yeah.
It also helps that the fight her off with the broken lantern is the new statement.
Yeah.
Which is probably what you would need to select anyway.
That's a little silly.
Objection!
Trying to sneak water in there. Bitch! Hold it! Ah, jeez. How do we know the purification rite was performed exactly as it was supposed to be?
That's easy. The customs governing the rite are very clear, and Abbot Enemy would have adhered to them.
Well, that's strange.
Mr. Wright, would you care to explain just what is so strange?
Yeah. And I would like you to consider the sound of the victim's footsteps. The sound of bell chimes changes to the sound of water at one point.
What's this?
It's simple. The victim must have stepped in some water.
Oh?
Yeah. And the only source of water in the inner sanctum is the spring. And therein lies the contradiction.
Oh, what contradiction? It's just... I mean, it is a snowy mountain. Maybe there's a puddle of fucking melted snow. Fuck if I know.
I believe the rite started out as it should have. The victim stood with his back to the spring, and the accused stood right in front of him. But we now know the victim then moved into the spring.
Kunka, this is absurd.
This means the accused's location differs from where her benevolence insight indicates.
Then where do you propose the accused stood once she donned Lady Kira's robes?
Just whenever she does that, just do your best impression of the screaming bitch from the one Minecraft world we did. But also do it like 8 times like she did per second.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have those kinds of vocal cords.
Based on the sound of the victim's footsteps, I believe Maya was standing here.
And that's also going to be supported by the fact that the lantern wasn't broken.
So, like, right... She was like...
She would have been standing right in the middle, like, in front of the spring. Or, like, in the spring, actually, presumably.
Yeah.
Because she had to be in the middle of it because of where the lanterns were positioned in the inside.
Oh, so this means we're not on step 1. We're on step, like, fucking 3 of this or 2 of this purification ritual. Until this moment, we've all assumed that the Abbot Enemy and Miss Maya Fey were standing where they were supposed to be, as shown in the Wright's guide. In short, the victim should have been standing with his back to the spring and the accused in front. However, if that's how they were really standing, he couldn't have stepped into the spring as he approached her. The problem is the victim did step into the spring. This can only mean that Miss Maya Fey had been standing in the water.
But if this is true, then the positions would have been completely reversed.
Boy, this diagram is getting all sorts of fucked up.
Yeah, imagine they give you this diagram at the start of the trial. They're like, this is definitely how it went down. And then over the course of, like, 10 minutes...
Court record, we're going to need you to update this. Okay, sir. Alright, here you go. Court record, while you were updating it, we need you to update it a second time. Flip them around. Oh, you son of a bitch. Court record, we need you to update it once again. Maya was standing on her forehead. Why would I even put that on the diagram?
How would I even indicate that? What is going on here?
Flips the tile upside down.
Were you really standing in the spring? I'm sorry, but I barely remember anything about the rite.
The High Priest would never make such an obvious blunder during the rite.
What on earth? Is that even possible?
That's enough!
Be that as it may, this does not overturn my insights.
It doesn't?
Let us say the accused was standing in the spring. So what?
So what? This completely reverses our position as what?
That their positions differ from what is customary is rather curious. However, what does that change? It certainly does not erase the accused's brutal crime.
Yeah, I guess you have a point there.
You lawyers are an absurd breed. Never thinking ahead, you cling to the first insignificant contradiction you can muster.
No, that's just me.
Sounds like Princess Rafe has a pretty good grasp on what lawyers are all about. No, just you, right?
Oh, Maya. Where would I be without your brutally frank commentary right now? Is this contradiction really meaningless? But something really doesn't feel right. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere?
I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. He rushed the accused and tried to fuck her off with the by the poolside lantern.
Yep.
Now the contradiction is no more. But the truth of the matter still stands, no matter how stubbornly you deny it. What do you have to say for yourself now, Mr. Wright? Nick! Your Majesty, this lawyer may have raised a trivial objection, but her benevolence's insights have no further inadequacies of any kind. Yes, so it would seem.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. But there is another contradiction.
Still you flounder about, wretched beast. But you rack that putrid brain of yours. Nothing worthwhile will come of it.
Maya, please help me remember something. That might help us out here.
Sorry, I really don't remember a thing. But now that the place I was standing in has changed, who knows?
You know, I think about Nintendo games and how lately they just all suck you off, and that's like the whole gameplay. It's like, wow, Mario, you're so amazing. You're literally the best thing that's ever happened. Wow, Luigi, you're really strong and cool. You're so awesome. Oh, Link, you're handsome and you're strong, and then you play a Phoenix Wright game. It's like, dude, this guy's such a fucking idiot. Or like, are you kidding me? Where the fuck did you come from? Dude, just
he
go
never
kill
gets
yourself.
a compliment.
Go get out of here. Fucking barbed head. Dude, you look like a tool. Get out of here.
Yo, Sonic the Hedgehog, go back to your game. Ooh.
It is astonishing how rude they are to you.
That alone may cause a new discrepancy with Princess Rafa's infights.
Yeah, her
That's
infighting with her parents. Fuck you, Dad. I want to wear revealing clothing. No, you're 14. I'll kick your ass.
It's fine. If anybody tries to do anything to me, I'm literally a princess.
That's right. We now know that Maya was standing in the spring. A major change like that could very well produce a contradiction. I should take another look at the inner sanctum's diagram in the court record and confirm where Maya and Abbott and me were standing, and then focus on finding any discrepancies between the position and the insights.
I'll be back in a sec. You can fix it.
Oh no. He, like, ran onto the dagger like a complete idiot. She didn't even, like, swipe at him.
Alright.
I love how he rushes onto the dagger. My favorite part.
Yeah, basically. He didn't try to fight her off for what it's worth, but... Also, can I mention, those lanterns suck.
Yes. It's kind of the point, though. They're like little candles. He's able to read this, you know.
Somehow. He's got one lantern to his back, I guess, because the other one's broken. It's a little weird. The only thing that seems like mildly inconsistent is that he didn't seem to fight her at all, but I don't know how you prove that.
Nah. Oop. Well, that was a good time for that to happen.
Yep.
Well, I don't need to do anything with the court record. Just yet. So for now, I don't know, something like... Take a look. Maybe now I could do the lantern? Oh, well, that doesn't matter.
You have never been able to present evidence in this. It has to match to a statement.
Is there anything else at the inner sanctum that wouldn't make sense? Something like the pool. He has the stupid bells on his feet. Sight.
Or the spring side lantern. Is the lantern not close enough? I don't fucking know.
I mean, this is what I was thinking.
The only reason here is that the only thing that has changed since the last time we examined it is the updated thing to say that it was a poolside thing.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that changed since the last time we looked at it.
Yeah.
So you'd think that it would have to do with that somehow, but I don't.
Pain. I have a contradiction about him being pained. You see anything here?
I mean...
What are we trying to do here? Maybe it's the fact that because the lantern, like, what I'm thinking is they're on step, like, 2 or whatever. They've passed step 1 of the right already. That's why they're doing this. So they're not actually doing the right one.
Which brings us enters the strange dresses Lady Kira. The High Priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be nice and all, but we have absolute confirmation, or at least theoretical. She was already in the spring, so it's not really... It just, they happened to do the custom wrong.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe they didn't do it wrong. Maybe they're on part 2.
Oh, you think they're in the Rite of Fire?
No, they're on 2. She just didn't dress up. Maybe it's like, fuck this ritual. No one's watching us. You can just do it in your regular clothes. Fuck it. I don't care. Let's get back home and watch the game.
Well, at any rate, I don't really know if that changes anything.
I just realized that Maya is saying it must be nice to only have to take a bath once a year. So Maya's probably stink. Wait a minute.
The different lantern. It's on the other side. That's the broken lantern, the one with the snow snuffled around it.
This is the one that bothers me. I mean, there's a lot of things that bother me.
Yeah, but we can't see whether the spring is red, so it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And even if it did, we still can't present evidence.
Yeah.
So it says that he was reading the Wrights. Did you see any holes in the fucking paper he was reading?
Were those the Wrights?
No, I'm saying that's the threat letter. Maybe. Oh no, that's not even close to what he was reading.
It
Never
didn't
mind.
look close.
I didn't realize it was fucking newspaper clippings. I thought that they had just fucking written it.
Do people actually cut out shit for newspaper? Right.
Yes. People will do that with threat letters, so you can't trace handwriting.
Couldn't you just type it on a computer?
There are little things. You'd be surprised just how well people can fucking track and bullshit. But yeah, I mean that would work.
Once you get your
Newspaper
fingerprints
clippings was
all
more
over
common.
newspaper clippings.
That's something that like wouldn't have been as good. Like it's not as important now as it used to be, but like people used to do that for sure because
Well, I know they used to. Makes sense. But
when
maybe it's just that it's not the Springside Lantern. It's so lame,
Maybe.
though.
I mean, the only thing is, it's like that might be it because I don't know. He didn't really fight her off by a Springside Lantern. Actually, it almost kind of looks like the wind blew out the light on the fucking lantern there. Wind. I guess it's just out of frame, though. It's kind of hard to tell. Because, again, these lanterns produce no goddamn light. I can't tell.
Maybe this? I don't know. It's worth a shot, I guess, so we don't just stand here for 30 minutes. Objection! Well, that's not it.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Oh.
Oh. Hey, Maya, help me out here. Please don't send me back. Oh, no, I was going to check the court record. Or not the court record, you know what I mean. Albie's only 9 years old. We're gonna kill a 9-year-old. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. Go back.
The first part ended. Wait, then okay, I can see that because it's not the rate of water if it's over. This is after the. I could see something like that.
All right. So Sarah's standing in the water. Lantern. Lantern. Over here. Paper.
You ever notice how he's not fighting? Actually, that's really it. Look at how he ran towards her. That's not fighting. He's cowering. Look at his hands. Who the fuck does that with their hands as they're fighting someone off?
He's like a 50-year-old monk. I don't think he's exactly skilled at fighting.
Okay. The trope for 50-year-old monks is that they are actually... Not this guy, probably.
Yes, I know. He's good, but like... I don't know. Forays a lot.
I don't know, man. I really ain't got much else other than to just be like, yo, he's not fighting.
Hey, where's all the fighting? I guess. I don't know, that looks like a fighting pose, even though it's a really shitty one.
It really doesn't. Who the fuck keeps their palms open in a claw shape like that?
Oh, I'm sure that if you, like, punch someone randomly on the streets, if they were, like, not skilled at all in fighting, they might look like this when they run at you. You're looking at this from a perspective from yourself who, like, probably has been in fights.
I've been in fights, and I'm first level black belt.
Yeah, so... You're not exactly a good game.
This isn't a. It's not a. But none of that's a fight. Look at the way he's moving his hands. That's not an attacking set. That is clearly a defensive. That is clearly a defensive thing that he's doing. I mean, I ain't got any other fucking ideas here. What else is going on?
So what do I select? His hands?
I guess? It's probably not going to work, but... If anything, I'd use the top hand, not the bottom hand.
Objection!
No.
No. Alright, I don't fucking know, man. It's fucking nothing about this is...
Let's try this. That's pretty much what they were going for. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I feel like where they're standing is a little bit weird compared to like some court record bullshit.
I just don't know what you're gonna point out. Like, the other thing is that, like, the lanterns might not be close enough? I don't...
Alright, how about this? Where the fuck is the giant, disgusting statue behind Maya?
You could say that, but like, how are you gonna point that out? The lanterns just suck on this fucking mountain. You can't see anything.
Is there anything near the lanterns that's like kind of weird?
It's a wall. The only thing you can see is a undefined wall behind the lantern, and that's the only thing they illuminate.
Outside.
I fucking despise these lanterns. They're so useless.
Alright.
If anything lines up, they're right up against a wall. And you can see that there's a wall there.
You can see that.
But that's all you can see. That's the only thing the lanterns illuminate is the wall.
Maybe it's the fact that there's that big statue that you just can't see. Is it...
It's just, I don't... Where'd you point that out? Pointing at the black space behind her?
Sure.
You could try,
Is
I guess.
that
I just...
like a... What if it's also a torch?
We saw no indication that that was a thing, but... You just have to point at the black space behind her and hope that they catch your drift, but...
Yeah, where is it?
Well, it
If
would be
she
right
is
behind
so
her.
visible, you should be able to see a gleaming gold statue.
Yeah, I know, but I think the lanterns are just terrible somehow.
No.
Alright,
well, I failed 3 times, so you gotta give me a hint. That's the rules.
No hint? No hint. Is that a rule? I don't fucking remember that.
Listen, I need the health. I can play the fire game.
You sure can play the fire game.
Oh, I think we went back. Oops. Yeah, we went back. Oops.
Approaching smelter. Okay, so that's the water one. You have to point out water. No, this is really far back. Yeah, the accused was okay.
Oops. Yeah, we got a little bit to go back. Hey, look, I was right. I'm smart. Alright, they don't get louder. Yeah, that's right. You ready for more glitchy audience? I could have sworn I saved more than this. Weird. Well, at least I got all my health back, I think. Or maybe I don't. I think I might have 40 units. Is there a fast forward key on Citra? No, I don't think there is. The dumbbells on his feet. Oof. What are you thinking? There are a couple things we know right now. Essentially. Yeah.
At this point, I'm thinking, like, it's gotta be a keyword we haven't messed with. Like the wind we haven't fucked with.
I guess so. That's fair. Okay, skip. Do and boom.
One before it.
Objection!
What?
Okay, that you are. It's probably a different statement. Maybe.
But we're not.
Did you select?
I selected water. It's water, right?
Yeah, but are you on the correct statement that contradicts that?
Oh, right. I have to do that part.
It's
too,
not like
don't I?
it's just a magical thing that's like, yo, water, that's wrong.
Shut up.
One back. There you go.
Yeah. Listen, I forget this part, okay?
Objection!
Okay, thanks.
And then you gotta go through that.
Yo, water! What? Uh-oh. Game doing the crunky. Thank God this game runs as well as it does, even during the 3D segments. Just during the stupid crowd panning.
In the spring. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back here with less health than what I came in with. Whatever. Who cares? Update the court record. Also, catch the rabbit. Mike, can we cheat? Can you summon Mia or something? Now summon Gato, he'd know what to do.
Alright, insight revised. Fuck it. I don't know why it is, but I'm just gonna say genuinely, keep it on the new statement she just gave and click wind. I just want to see if it does something.
Okay. That's fine.
Because we're at the point of Phoenix Wright where you chuck shit at the wall and hope something sticks.
It's possible. I mean, let's try and rationalize what we're chucking at the wall at least a little bit so we don't get angry. My badge. Why isn't she with me? Anyway, not the water.
Not that one, and it's the statement she just added. I feel like it's probably still the right one.
Alright, there's the wind.
Okay. The only thing that kind of like makes sense with that is it's like the lantern is clearly the fire is blowing out of it. Isn't the broken lantern supposed to not have a wind guard, and that's like supposed to be a thing?
Oh, one doesn't have a wind guard. Which one doesn't have the wind guard?
The broken one doesn't. Or no, maybe the one on the side of the fucking spring.
That's right. One of them doesn't have a wind guard. That's totally it.
Yeah,
All right.
That's probably it. The wind thing.
The wind. Which one
You
was
can't
it?
really see it though. The only
I
one
just
that
want
you
to know
can
which one it was. Which one had the broken wind guard?
Well, the one on the other side. You can look at it on the last thing.
Shows the high priest's body, a shoveled out area of snow, and a lantern with a broken wind guard.
You can't really see the broken wind guard there, but it claims that it has it there.
That's the one with the broken wind guard.
Okay. Well,
But
there
the
you
show
go.
isn't shoveled out near that one, Or is it? Is that just a bad picture? See, it's like pushed back.
I don't know.
In any case, this is fucking weird, so I'm just gonna...
Objection!
Nice. Thanks, Phoenix.
Nope. What? Maybe it's not the wind. Maybe it's the... Oh, that makes more sense. You wouldn't select the sound of the wind. You'd select the sight of the lantern.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's like this.
Presumably you... I guess? Yeah.
Objection!
Is that it?
No.
No. Oh, fuck.
I did save, right? I hope I did. Oh, there's my hint button. Just press my handy-dandy hint button. Help me out. You look like you're a dumbass, Nick. Yeah, because I can't find any contradictions. This is bullshit. I mean, the sensation and the visions all seem perfectly fine to me.
In that case, why don't you read the insights while focusing on what the victim saw?
Of course, a sense of sight. Time to go over these insights again.
Well, it's a sense of sight thing.
Okay, I can do that. Please don't boot me back. I remembered to save, right? I'm gonna fucking slap myself if I didn't save. Yeah, I did. I saved like 2 minutes ago. Okay. It is a sight thing. That's all she really told me. Thanks, Maya.
I really feel like it has to be the
Maybe it's the fact that the wind guard...
lantern.
Wait, the wind guard isn't there. Do you see
Just
the wind
click on the
blower?
fire itself, I guess, of the lantern. I swear to God, it must be this fucking lantern. Like right... Don't click on... Like, right in the middle. Right there.
Objection!
It's gotta be.
I call bullshit.
Right?
Yeah, that's absolutely it.
Yeah, we just clicked a slightly wrong spot.
Fucking goddamn. It's not as bad as, like, the flip around the vase until it makes the blue badger bullshit from case 1-5, but still kind of dumb. Oh well. Your benevolence have found a new contradiction. Took you long enough.
You did? No doubt it is but another. It is but another of your vile attempts to slander my insights.
It is but another.
It is but another.
Nope. Take a good look at what the victim saw. Might just change your mind. The lantern flame behind the accused was flickering.
There is nothing unusual about that, especially as the wind had stirred.
No, that's where you're wrong. If the accused had been standing in the spring, then what you see here should have been one of the lanterns flanking the statue.
I fail to see your point.
My point is, something's wrong here. The two lanterns flanking the statue were both outfitted with glass wind guards. So neither lantern's flame should have been flickering in the wind in the first place. Keck.
She seems pretty tickled, Nick.
I don't remember saying anything funny. That's what you took 30 minutes to do? Fucking hell, dude.
It also, like, I don't know. I don't think that it means much. I fail to see what you wish to prove here, but very well.
I will turn on his internal lights so that everything may be bright.
I shall refine the vision and reveal the truth for all to see.
Please get us
I
past this
swear to
fucking
God, if
door
she
again.
makes it possible to see what's going on and she didn't do that from the start. Oh, blessed Mitama, I beseech you, Fix your sight upon the lantern there.
That is absolutely what she is doing. And computer, enhance the vision.
Why the fuck don't you just let me see things?
The lantern doesn't have a wind guard on it.
You know how I could have noticed that stupid fact sooner? If you had fucking showed me the damn accuracy. Alright. For the wind guard was removed to reveal the sacred flame within the rite of fire. Therefore, there's nothing odd about the flame flickering.
Say what? Girlfriend. But when we searched the crime scene, those lanterns had their wind guards on.
That's because the police put them back on. The sacred flames had burned uninterrupted for hundreds of years, Defense. We could not risk them being extinguished, even during an investigation.
I would never fly back home.
Well, Bardhead, are you done quibbling? If so, then it is time to bow before the testimony of the Mitama.
Angank.
Nick.
Don't worry, Maya. I'm just getting started. Alright, let's go over everything we know so far. Maya was wearing Lady Kira's robe, standing in front of the spring. The High Priest is thought to have been moving towards her. So I should look for sensations that stand in contradiction to this arrangement. I won't give up. I'm gonna find a contradiction. I'll undermine the accusation against the acquisition of Maya.
So, all that changed is now we can see lanterns.
Look how much nicer they are now.
Yeah. That's the only change that's happened to the vision. Now we can actually see the lanterns. They still don't light up jack squat, but you can see them at least.
Does anything change based upon the lanterns being lit? Does the wind guard change? That's what I'm wondering if he does like a circle, but we just can't see it. No.
To me, genuinely, unironically, the way that he's flailing his hands, it looks like the fucking wind pushed him into that knife, but obviously that's not. That has nothing to do with this.
We're back where we all started. Maybe something with how the wind's blowing, but nothing on the person is blowing?
I don't think it's that, but... Kind of like the way I have to view this is that... We're looking for the statement to match to the now visible lantern. but it might not be the same time. I feel like it's maybe when he's like bowing to the lanterns or something.
That's what I was saying. I was wondering if like the lanterns were different. Like he was turned around here, and then later at the water ritual, taking the bath, that's when shit went wacky. It's like he does this, reads it, but he turns full way around with his body. You can like almost see him like moving his legs.
Well, those are the same lanterns as when you bowed to them, though.
And if he was turned around, he would have seen the broken lantern. Can we throw out this thing with the garbage?
Okay, hold on, real quick. It's that. That. I look more closely here. That. I don't know. It's gotta be. I think those are the same lantern, but
Has to be.
yeah, it looks pretty much the same.
Nothing's really jumping out at me. Weird. Pretty hard. Or we're stupid. One or the other. This game is exceptional at making you feel fucking idiotic.
Well, it wouldn't be on that statement, regardless. But...
Yeah. Just trying.
I don't know. That doesn't look like the lantern. Like, when he's looking left and right here, that's not the Springside lantern. You can see the fucking sky back there. That's a small wall. Here's what I'm gonna say. It's the second lantern with, so like, wait a second. Get back here. I just have a guess. Alright, hit play. I'll tell you when to pause. Not yet. No. Now. Okay. I select the lantern. This sounds stupid, but I suspect that's not the Springside lantern.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
I don't know what this tells us, but that doesn't look like the Springside lantern to me. Apparently that's right.
What could this possibly mean? That lantern clearly contradicts the insight. But this contradiction will overturn the entire case I've been building.
Are you alright, Mr. Wright? 1 minute you shout out, and the next you fall silent. Perhaps it is like the bell of one who is barreling down a hill with no hope, no way of stopping. Is that not right, Prosecutor Sandmachine?
Stop hitting on me. Don't get cold feet now, Phoenix. Even if this overturns the entire case you built so far, the only way to keep moving forward, it is the only way to keep moving forward, because that's where we'll find the truth.
I don't know how it overturns the case, though. So...
Because it's literally like, they've been standing near the river, they've been standing near the water. By the way, that's not the lantern that was near the water.
Yeah.
In fact,
well,
I'm
this
in
is
full
just...
control of everything with the indisputable contradiction I found.
Yeah. Is that so? It's like we're just going back to where we started, though.
The lantern behind the accused, clearly, no, blatantly contradicts your insight.
Does it now?
One of the lanterns on the entrance side of the inner sanctum was broken. And if you watch what Abbot Inmee saw in his final moments...
Oh, that is actually broken. There it is, yeah.
Can you see it?
It is broken. You can see the roof of it. It's torn.
You'll notice that the lantern behind the praying form of Miss Fey is broken.
That's why I said to select the second one, by the way, is because I couldn't quite see if it was broken or not, but that's the one that could be broken.
The lantern behind Lady Kira, however, is still intact. In short, we are seeing two different lanterns in the séance vision.
could this be? It means that he really must have turned around when he was looking at the scroll.
That's what I'm thinking.
And even if it were so, how would that contradict my insights?
Well, I don't know. Let me start by saying the claim I'm about to raise will overturn the case I've built thus far.
Will the defense please explain himself?
Based on the broken lanterns, we can tell...
Maya and Abbott in these positions, I think.
Yeah. Where the accused and the victim were standing.
But did you not just finish asserting that the accused was standing somewhere else?
Court record? Oh, come on!
Come on, I just updated it!
I did, and I built my argument on that faulty premise. But thankfully, it has led us here. To the actual spot where Maya Fey was standing.
So, Maya by the gate, person in robes in the spring. He turns around while he's looking at the scroll, sees person in spring, runs towards them for some reason?
I must say, if the defense... yeah, that's you.
I must say, if the defense keeps changing its assertions in such a capricious manner, its credibility may come into question.
I'm willing to take that risk, Your Majesty, because I believe this will be the last time. Oh, please. Phoenix looks over and winks and goes, but... I'd like to start by pointing out the actual spot where the accused was standing.
Oh my god, okay. Very well. Show us where you now believe the accused was actually standing. Hey, do you have a Control-Z on your, diagram? Yeah, she was standing exactly where we originally thought.
Just like
between the broken lantern and the lantern. Yeah, right about there.
I wasn't thinking straight before, but now it's all falling into place. We know the victim had stepped into the spring. I wonder if I could have selected over the cliff. He's like, Phoenix, you're drunk.
They wouldn't have given you special dialogue for it, though. It would have just been, I think they were here.
I feel like sometimes Phoenix does give special dialogue to extra stupid answers. Like that one time where you're like, the judge is the one who did it. Double penalty. That means Maya Fey had to have been standing in the water as he approached. However, his memory, which had only now become clear, reveals that Miss Fey was standing by the side of the broken lantern. In other words,
I've proven nothing.
I thought it was broken entirely. Like it didn't even have a light.
No, I remembered when it was broken, it just was the roof of the lantern that was kind of fucked. That's why I was
supposed to be, according to
I was looking so closely at the insights. I could notice that something was
genuinely
different.
thought it was like a broken, disheveled piece on the ground.
When we were looking at the insight, it was like the first time we saw it when he was praying to it. I looked at that and I was like, "There's something different from that fucking lantern. I can tell it's broken somehow, but I couldn't see it. Like I thought that I kept seeing it. I wish I could have compared them side by side, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
Because by the time that we got to the other one in the fucking vision, I had forgotten the detail.
She was standing where she was supposed to be, according to the custom.
Does that not bring us back to the very beginning?
No. This is where things take a different turn. And I mean that literally. The victim had to have been moving during the spring. That means that while he was moving, he has back turned towards the accused.
What's this? Do you mean to say the victim turned around during the rite? But such an image appears nowhere in the séance vision.
Actually, it does appear. It's just that no one noticed until I noticed.
Let me say this, though. If he actually did this, the vision is inaccurate anyway. You should be hearing the bells as he turns when reading the note. But, that aside.
Oh, there's multiple things you should have been hearing, honestly.
Yeah.
You
really should be hearing the
pray.
paper crinkling. Like,
Should
there's
have been
so
hearing
much.
wind more than like the little bit.
Yeah.
Should have been hearing the page crinkle.
No one noticed. How could no one have noticed something so big?
There was a moment when the scripture the victim was holding was all he could see. Thanks to that, none of us could tell he was in fact turning around in that moment.
If it is as the defense asserts, then her benevolence's insights no longer make sense. How do you intend to explain that?
I don't need to explain anything, because it's just you said, prosecutor. Her benevolence insights don't make any sense because they contain a huge error.
Such insolence!
Get her out of here, boys.
Huge error, you say? Do explain.
The huge error is...
The number of people there.
Yeah.
Because there has to be somebody standing in the spring as well.
I believe this is what happened at the scene of the crime. The victim was reading a sutra when suddenly he sensed someone behind him. He immediately looked back to see someone dressed as Lady Kira standing there. He sensed them? Wishing to see who it was, he approached the rogue figure.
I don't think that's that weird, actually. You can't sense somebody behind you. That's something that people can just kind of do.
Yeah, he sensed that there was a... Well, also that, but also he's just like... What Phoenix just said there.
And it also makes sense, because it's like, he didn't really move towards this guy. He was, in fact, going, no, no, don't stab me.
Yeah.
But it was one step away.
He wanted to see who it was.
This cannot be.
Oh, but it can. And it is. The insight saying the accused stabbed the victim is wrong. And that's the real truth behind this testimony of the dead.
Oh. Can we just say, by the way, that now that if he successfully proves this and convinces them of this, he's done. He should be done. Because Maya didn't do it. Like...
Oh, don't worry. They'll fart something out.
Yeah. Are you suggesting there was someone else at the scene of the crime?
Well, unfortunately, if we prove that her vision was wrong, it could be very possible that Maya shanked him or something. Well, you know, that's not obviously what the autopsy would show, but you know.
Yeah. Have I misunderstood the voices of the Mitama yet again?
You've probably done that a lot. You've murdered a lot more people than the average 14-year-old. You know, that's a feather in your cap right there.
Well, it runs in the family. Her dad yesterday killed like fucking 50 people for fun.
Alright, I forgot she faints every time she loses. Well, that was a close one. Caused another 14-year-old to faint. That's another feather in your cap, Phoenix, right? But I managed to find the true meaning behind the Sans vision somehow. I should add these new facts to the court record. How many times has the fucking thing been updated? I swear.
You know, I'm actually going to say, though, that as much as, like, her seance vision isn't always right, there's actually, even though she's definitely condemned many people that were innocent to death, it still probably is accurate a decent portion of the time. But still, yeah.
Oh, she's definitely sent someone to their death, though.
Oh, yeah, she's absolutely sent innocent people to their death. I'm just saying that that's a pretty reliable method. It probably is still, like, at least 50% accurate.
I wonder if that's going to be a part of the game where she's just, like, takes a moment and goes, oh my god, what have I done? That would be really fucked up.
I don't know. I mean, her dad... well, she didn't ever see that side of her dad, though. So
Oh, she's going to by the end of the game. You kidding me?
Probably, yeah. She's probably going to end up being an ally by the end of the game, not like a fucking, you know, anyway.
Oh, totally, yes.
Your benevolence, please allow me to take it from here. I will return the brash accusations as faceless, putrid-minded lawyer.
I passed out. I can't hear a word you're saying. Oh, never mind.
Yes, I shall place my trust in you.
She walked out looking dejected.
Are you sure about this, prosecutor? My work as an international prosecutor has taken me to courtrooms around the world. And in that time, I have learned to perform last rites for souls in trials lacking a séance. Yes, of course. Forgive my ludicrous inquiry. Moreover, I have with me a forensic investigator from overseas. I will show you all the most magnificent last rites ever seen.
Guess he really does think highly of Emma and her forensic expertise. That's why he constantly chastises her.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm impressed that he's come to understand that value. Then again, he is an international prosecutor who solved tough cases around the world. Time to hunker down, huh?
Now then, let us continue today's proceedings.
Yes.
Could the defense please tell us who the third party dressed as Lady Kira was?
Oh, sure! I'll get right
sure,
on that.
That's super easy, let me tell you. Your new claim has negated the insights of the royal priestess. So I suggest you have some evidence to support it, correct?
Yeah, of course. This third party must have really wanted to kill the high priest. I might be able to identify who it was if I had evidence of their murderous intent.
Well, we're waiting, Mr. Wright.
The evidence that can reveal the identity of the third party is this. It's either the note or,
Oh. Yeah. I mean, we know... It's probably the note. The note literally said something to that effect.
Yeah, let's go with that. 3 days before the purification rite, the victim received a warning letter from an unidentified individual.
He did.
Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the high priest. The letter said, "Do not perform the rite," but the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that is why the high priest was murdered.
Who do you suppose sent that letter?
A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself.
Fuck you, piece of shit. That implies that the priest was a rebel. Peace.
Your peace, dog.
I don't understand. I had heard that Lady Kira had been in the news of late, only hunted rebels. If so, why would she have killed the high priest?
Excellent question. Maybe it would help to think of it this way. What if the high priest had secretly been a rebel? Kill him, shoot him, fuck him.
Yeah, like straight up, dude, he'd die right here.
The high priest, he couldn't possibly have been a rebel. This is like going to a Trump rally, slamming your fist on the table and being like, fuck you. And then like the whole crowd just like turns around, goes, get him, fuck him.
Honestly, fuck you, I don't think would... It would be... Yeah. I feel like it would... I don't know what you'd have to say at a Trump rally for that to happen.
Hillary's better than you, get bent, something like that.
I feel like you'd actually potentially get more violently assaulted, in a way, if you went to, like, a very, like, anti-Trump rally, and you started singing Trump's praise.
Oh, you get shit from both ends of the spectrum, honestly.
Probably. Anyway. High priest, a devout follower of Koreanism, a rebel? Do you even comprehend the blasphemy of which you speak? Well, do you?
I, too, found it hard to believe at first. But as I continue my investigation, his head just fucking explodes. Got him, sir! It started to become more and more plausible.
Like walking into the fucking Sistine Chapel yelling at the pipe, God isn't real!
I mean, you'd just be escorted out.
Yeah, you would be escorted out. They're not going to attack you.
The third party was the rebel hunting Lady Kira, and the high priest was a rebel.
I have two voices.
Yeah, I do. You know, that was a problem that happened. I forgot that it was, and my headset jiggled out slightly, so I couldn't hear you. So I was like, oh, I guess this is my line. Bitch.
Your mockery of Koreanism? No. Of the kingdom of Korean itself knows no bounds.
Whoops. That shameless Pulkonen lawyer.
He's making a mockery of our religion. As a faithful Coronis, I take issue with these claims. I am loath to admit them into today's proceedings.
I don't like where this is going.
The defense's claims are but vile blasphemy, tantamount to spitting on the Holy Mother.
Is it really that big of a deal, Maya?
Abbot Inmi was a distinguished monk, and very well respected too, so yeah.
Yeah, please don't let this turn into an international incident. It already has.
But fear not, good people of Crane. The rantings of this putrid-brained lawyer who seeks to sully the soul of the deceased shall come to no avail once I conclude these last rites. The prosecution's assertion that the accused killed the victim remains unchanged.
Oh my god, he clapped his hands so hard he broke the music. Hey, turn on the music. I can't, it's broken. What? Naruto, you fucking asshole. Dude, you know, I'm going with this Phoenix guy. He says the High Priest is an asshole, but honestly, you broke the music. Fuck you. But the victim was stabbed in the abdomen. How is that possible when he has back turned to Miss Faye? Someone else must have killed him.
Are you sure about that?
Yes! Oh. Darn.
I'm about to spew some bullshit without evidence, and you're just going to have to accept that.
Yeah, here it comes.
You may have invalidated the séance, but do not let it go to your putrid head. The karmic flow of this trial is, as yet, still in my hands.
That's every single prosecutor. That's not different. I'm going to be so confident. No confidence.
Something occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy. And I shall prove that by calling a new witness to the stand.
They were at the scene of the crime. Oh, wait, shit. No,
An
ignore that.
eyewitness who will deliver a definitive answer that will dispel the defense's doubts. This is stupid. If there's an eyewitness, that proves there was another person there, dumbass.
No. No. No.
What the fuck were they doing? Looking through a telescope?
No, they were watching it on the space station.
Very well.
They were riding on the giant, scary
instead.
blue bird, whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah. Oof.
That was shadowed.
Oh, it's him. Bearded man.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's him again.
He's a red herring, though. He's not the one that did it. Well, now, you used to be the shaggiest witness I've ever laid eyes upon. Please state your name and occupation.
Is that me?
I think that was you.
What voice did I do? Oh, I'm yeah, you know, yeah, that's so, whatchamacallit.
Whoa. Damn, dude.
Judo chop. Anonymous TBD. Guess that's what they've been calling me.
Okay. That's on the same level as Nate trademark Do Not Steal over there. TBD, as in
You
to be
fruit,
determined.
Do not love you.
Can't you? I forgot what it was. Could you at least tell us your real name? Sure. Yeah. The witness has suffered a blow to the head, rendering him amnesiac. Therefore, he isn't a good witness. I named him Anonymous TBD. In a report, he thinks TBD is part of his name.
Objection!
You're letting an amnesiac testify? You let a parrot testify, Phoenix. Damn, shut up.
Dude, actually, that is on public record. He has access to that information. Have no fear. I have already questioned him at length. Well, it is true he's utterly forgotten his name and past.
Oh, it's true, alright. True. Wink.
His memory of what happened. Of what when he witnessed the kill, yes.
It's very much attack.
Yeah. Considering the death of the information,
Girth.
any help, therefore, I will permit his testimony. He's still, hold on. Any new knowledge may be of help. The dearth of his information.
Yeah.
Therefore, I will permit his testimony. Now, Mr. Emus, tell me what you saw. Tell us what you saw. Come on. Dude, I'm dyslexic right now.
It's okay. I like his purple cloth.
Yeah, it
Cloth.
looks good. It's the same purple cloth that the famous, well-known rebel was wearing. And nobody sees it.
Is it actually purple?
I think it is. Is it not? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, you can't really see him here. It's on the wanted poster, but the wanted poster's in black and white. I think he wears that, though.
Oh, you can't even look at it.
Hold on. While you read that, I'm going to see if I can get a picture of Datsureball.
Well, you might get spoilers if you do, though.
I'm actively avoiding it. There you go. I have actively avoided all spoilers, but I got an image of him. It is literally the same outfit.
Is it really?
This famous second-in-command rebel. No one sees it.
That's horrible! Look at this fucking guy, come on.
It's the same, literally identical.
He didn't even bother changing his fucking clothes.
He doesn't remember what he was.
I guess.
But he is literally the second-in-command of the rebels. And
that's cute.
No one noticed.
And I was up at the top of Mount Pony Pony. Oh wait, Mount Pony Pony. Has it always been called Mount Pony Pony?
Yes, it has, but we haven't commented on the fact that we're in fucking Alola here.
Yeah, Gen 7, here we are. I'm near the inner sanctum. I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. I know it's an old noble since there was no one around. I used my binoculars to spy on Wright at the inner sanctum. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with the dagger. My tongue is fucking huge. I belong in One Piece. There's no way he saw Miss Faye stab the victim with a dagger.
I swear I don't remember. I don't know what he's talking about, or don't remember at any rate.
Miss Faye, amnesia is no excuse. Now, Mr. Amnesiac, tell us more.
Mount Pony Pony. The beautiful mountain in Alola. Ooh.
That has the really good music.
Yeah, Pony Pony is like a good mountain. It's also how long you have to wait to evolve your stupid fucking charge bug if you got one.
Yeah. At least it's not as bad as how long you have to wait to...
Yeah, at least you don't have to wait for the fucking E4. Oh, boy. God, Gen 7 had a big problem
What's
with
that? You want an early ice type? No.
No. No, that's actually not true. You can get a Sandshrew and a Vulpix. That's the only ice type, though.
And you can't evolve them until
That's
the
correct.
Elite Four.
That's right, because you can't get an Ice Stone.
It's fucking bullshit. You can get them early in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because you go there a little bit earlier. But still fucking bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely. You can the button now.
Yes. They must be talking about that smaller mountain from the poster. Wait, from the smaller island beyond the walls, you were able to see this. Bullshit. Were you riding on the fucking bird?
We don't... Look, he didn't see it from there. We know this. How he saw it was he was escaping prison. We saw the flag rope. The prison was right above the fucking shrine. For some reason, we comment on how stupid that is.
That's really funny.
That's how he saw it. But, yeah, anyway. Mr. Ibis, I was wondering.
Hell, what can I do you for?
The inner sanctum lies at a high elevation where clouds and fogs can obscure the view. Are you sure you were able to see what happened from the mountaintop next to it?
Oh, maybe he fell off the ropes and bumped his head, and that's why he forgot everything.
Yeah. Also, the prison might not be on directly above the shrine. It may be on that adjacent mountain that he's talking about, Mount Pony Pony.
If it is, really he still couldn't have seen anything.
I don't. Yeah, like if it's a smaller mountain,
it has to be from above.
Walls up. He had to have come from the prison. The prison, presumably right above the shrine, which is still phenomenally stupid.
His Majesty raises an excellent question. Well, Mr. Imus? Oh, there you're right. Or a cloud in the sky. I had a perfect view. If you don't believe me, check the weather forecast in the paper that day.
Nick,
don't we have all right, I'm not.
Don't we have the newspaper for that day?
Yeah, let's take a look. Does say calm, clear skies, doesn't it? See? Told you so.
He's a very jolly man.
Sure is.
Well, it would appear that the witness has offered testimony worth hearing. Mr. Imus, I too have a question for you.
Didn't he already question the witness? Well, that's what I'm here for, right? Shoot!
How was the accused holding the dagger? Was she holding it underhanded? Its blade protruding from the bottom of her hand?
Yep, I believe she was. I could see this very specific detail. It's called a reverse grip.
Oh, I thought as much.
Hold it right there. What bearing does that have on this case?
Cease your interruptions, you putrid-headed lawyer. Do you not see the significance in how the blade was held?
Why don't you enlighten me more, oh enlightened one?
I knew you were a fool. I can already picture you in your next life.
Next life.
Yes, after your soul rise for centuries in the pits of hell, you shall be reborn as a witless sea urchin with barbs limited to your posterior. You shall live a short, inconsequential life, only to be brutally devoured by a sea otter.
That was a bit excessive. I simply asked what the dagger grip had to do with the case.
Now pay attention. How the accused held the dagger is of vital importance. With such information, we can infer exactly what action she took. You were saying that the victim was killed while he had his back to the accused.
Oh, is he about to make a point?
Is that correct?
Dude, is he just gonna keep repeating himself? Say something! Yes.
As such, the accused dagger grip tells us something very important.
God. He's like, he's running up that paper time. This is a guy who, like, spends 5 pages of a paper just repeating the same. Now, what does this significance mean?
This man should genuinely work on a fucking phone sex line. He'll keep him on the line.
Call Santa. It's $1 from the first minute and 25 seconds for every minute afterward.
Not to worry, I've got this handled. The accused approached the victim from behind, swung her arms around him, and plunged the dagger deep into his abdomen, using a reverse grip.
Okay.
That
still doesn't change the fact that in the vision, we saw him charging at a lady, Kira.
It doesn't change the fact that there was still another person there. It doesn't... I mean...
What?
Thus, Mr. Imus's testimony clears any doubts that might remain. And it coincides with her benevolence's insights as well.
It really doesn't, but okay.
it doesn't. Her insights.
Who the fuck was the third person?
Well, you see, we had a statue of yeah, you get it.
A reverse script. She fucking flipped around him to stab him in the stomach.
That's right. That's what he's claiming with no evidence. That's what he's claiming with no evidence to support.
These people are fucking morons. This is a disaster. Oh, don't worry, so is Phoenix. I thought if I had blown those insights out of the water, but now they're back to haunt me.
I'm also thinking, like, so if I'm using a knife, I'm reaching around somebody to stab them. I actually think it'd be easier if I wasn't using a reverse grip, honestly. That's just from my experience using blades. I think I would prefer to not use a reverse grip for that anyway. But whatever.
Well, let's cross-examine the witness. Blah, 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 blah.
That has no bearing. Yeah.
Alright, so immediately we need to, like, fucking cut this bullshit out that he was able to see this crap from that fucking...
Yeah, absolutely. Ledge. No fucking way. He didn't see shit.
Yeah, I call some supreme horseshit. Let's go. Okay. Uh-huh.
I doubt that. And you could probably identify that because there's walls. You can literally see, like, the little paper walls in one of the pictures.
Yeah, I feel like this is where we need to just be like, I call bullshit.
Yeah, the ritual curtain should have made it impossible to see it.
Listen, bud. Your Majesty! I had my doubts about this bushy-bearded witness, but now I know we can't trust him. What? You ain't just judging me solely based on my bodacious beard, are you? Not at all, Mr. Imus. It's much more than your sketchy appearance. It's your sketchy testimony.
It's testimony, you say?
Yeah, it seems you idiots have all forgotten how to, think for 5 seconds. You recall the Inner Sanctum was that day? Specifically, that was completely enclosed by the ritual curtain.
Why, yes, I believe you're right.
The curtain would have completely blocked the witness's view from Mount Pony Pony. Therefore, he couldn't have possibly seen the murder happen.
Oh, but he saw the shadows.
Ooh-ah. Oh, he did the Lieutenant Surge.
Ooh. Mr. Imus, have you been knowingly making false statements to this court?
You got me.
The witness will lower his voice.
I don't actually see the accused herself. He didn't actually see the accused herself. What's that supposed to mean? Let me set the record straight, I beg you.
I saw a shadowy figure through the fucking curtain.
I kind of feel like I should have pressed him more just to get some more of his funny dialogue. But oh well.
It is what it is.
I wanted to have some quick progress for once. That's why there's shadow.
That's literally what he's saying. Holy crap. Dude, fucking, Sadmadhi over there should be fucking facepalming and dying inside. That he didn't think to fucking question this guy about the fucking paper curtain. And this dumbass has just proven that he's not a valuable eyewitness with one statement.
I saw their shadow silhouettes projected against the ritual curtain. Figures are created by the light of the full moon on that clear and still... At least he didn't say it was created by those fucking pathetic lanterns.
Yeah.
She was just a shadow, but I could tell it was the accused, her first gripping that deck. You could tell that,
bullshit.
Huh?
Oh, bullshit. You couldn't see shit.
Shadows? That's what you saw? Yeah, that's right. I was staring at the curtain and saw a bunch of shadows. It was real exciting. Why was I up there? Who knows? I can see what's going on by the shadows projected onto the ritual curtain. I'm a really good practitioner of the shadow clone jutsu. As are you, Mr. Naruto Sandmachine.
In the future, Mr. Imus, I would rather you offer up accurate testimony from the start, or testimony that matters.
Or accurate no, you can just say accurate testimony. In the future, I would rather you offer up accurate testimony at any point.
That'd be great.
Forgive me, my main man, Mr. Magistrate. Chalk it up to my fuzzy memory.
Oh, is it? Though he saw but shadows, it is still valuable testimony.
So, just for the record, Emily has told us that this guy gets smarter, so, we're still waiting.
Okay.
It's okay, there's more game left.
Technically, he's still an eyewitness. He still saw shadows interacting with each other. However, he cannot assert who those shadows were. So
he cannot
still...
assert who they were, and he cannot assert, like, the shadows of the blade. And
no
do
way.
You understand how shadows blend into each other?
From that distance, he would not be able to tell if she was reverse gripping that knife. That is impossible.
You know what you would see? You would see her stretch out hand with, like, nothing and just, like, it would look like a hug. It wouldn't even look like a reverse. How could you tell that she was reverse holding the knife? Bullshit. It's totally wrong anyway. We know he viewed it from above.
Yeah, we know he didn't see the fucking shadows. We know he was escaping prison. But still. What are we gonna do now, Nick?
Just quit.
It's asinine. Like, we know that that's not how he saw it. It's just asinine that the prosecutor here is arguing that the shadows are helpful here.
All I can think of is to look for inconsistencies between the actual right and what Mr. Inme actually saw.
Now then, the defense may cross-examine the witness once more. Why?
No.
What is his testimony? Why do I need to cross-examine it?
The night of the murder, amended. I think this is broken, actually. Can I just, like, press the first one? I just want to press this one. Hold this horse shit. So what you saw were simply shadows. That's right. Those shadow figures on the bright white curtain. They showed through plain as day. I could see everything that happened. But Miss Faye and Abbott and me were at the top of the mountain late at night. The only light up there was coming from 4 small lanterns. How could the shadows have been projected that clear onto the curtains?
Oh, terrible.
No wonder people harp on these lures. You're always so dang skeptical. There's with the oil source of light, you know.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. You could tell this, huh?
I have my doubts he'd even be able to tell that it was her, let alone that she was reverse gripping that dagger.
Are we still convinced at this point, based on the observation, that she was in the costume?
She wasn't in the costume. We know that she's
Obviously.
not.
Naturally. Okay, how do we slap him down this time? Let's just press all of them. Fuck it.
You might get a new box if you press now.
He claimed to have seen shadowy figures that were projected onto the ritual curtain. But did you really see them, Mr. Imus? Of course I did. Bright moonlight projected them onto the curtain. Clear as day. It was like watching a scene out of a horror movie from a front row seat of Mount Pony Pony. Huh. I guess the moon does shine a bit brighter when you're way up there. Mai, do you recall how bright the moon was that night?
No. I remember there weren't any clouds and the moon was definitely out. But I don't remember if it could cast any shadows.
Okay, thanks. Can't deny that the moon was really bright. Which means it's possible it was bright enough to cause shadows to appear. I remember it just like it happened. Because it kind of just did, but you know. Hang on. How do you know it was Miss Faye if all you saw were shadows? It's that little bun on top of her head. It looked like a top hat.
For what it's worth,
see her face.
That is a distinctive way to be able to tell it was her.
That distinctive Bob's a dead giveaway. Never underestimate my keen sight of observation. Alright, now that's one funny haircut.
It's not nice to make fun of a girl's hairstyle.
It's the best part.
I like my hair this way. It actually is cute. Besides, you're one to talk, you Sasquatch.
You're not into the wild, manly look I'm sporting. Shows what you know, little girl. Har 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 har. Nick, you need to prove to him that every single fucking ship in this game is gay. Now tell him to stop making fun of me.
Isn't there some kind of crime you can charge him with?
I'm afraid it doesn't work that way. Now he claims he only saw shadows. His testimony has sketch written all over it.
Then there must be an inconsistency in there somewhere.
Yep. Was he really watching everything from Mount Pony Pony? If so, then I should see how his testimony lines up with the conditions of the Wright.
Alright. I'll actually be back in a sec, so...
Let's go take a look. Something like this? Because it's like 12 meters lower. I guess, like, from that distance, 12 meters isn't enough to, like, block the shadows.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay.
Because 12 meters isn't enough to block the shadows from that position, I think.
Yeah, he's still... I could actually see him being able to see shadows from there. That's not that high up. Different. Like, that's a pretty fair...
It's only 12 meters. From that distance, that shouldn't matter as much. Can I just be like, hey, you're the asshole from the wanted poster, get him.
Yeah, this is clearly, that's horrible. Like, clearly...
Oh, well, that was horrible. Is there a bunch of snow in the way?
There was some, but it wasn't, like, piling up over the curtains or anything.
Well... I think he did see the shadows, but he rappelled down, and that's when he saw it. Just through the shadows of the curtain.
Yeah, but that's not...
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're not there yet.
Yeah. Does the newspaper say anything else stupid? Okay.
I don't know, like, it tried to mention, like, Phoenix was like, how does this contradict the facts of the,
we'll see
ritual?
a cold front move in. Cold front doesn't mean you're actually going to see, like, clouds, though, right? Moon's still visible?
Nah, it just means that it could be cold. Oh, I know why. That's very obvious. Okay, so look there, this Mount Pony Pony. You see where the full moon is? That's not where the shadows would be. It'd be on the other side. He wouldn't see squat.
Ah, nice. Where would I slap this?
Right here, because he literally mentioned the full moon created the light, but it couldn't have created the light.
Sure.
Objection!
That works. You saw silhouettes projected by the moonlight. Sorry, but that's just not possible, my man. What do you mean? How's it not possible now? It's totally possible. That's impossible. I think I'm gonna need a logically translation on that. Let's take a look at these Wright guides, shall we, Mr. Imus? The Wright is held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. So if the moon were shining from the west, any shadows would have been cast eastward. But Mr. Imus was standing to the west of the inner sanctum on Mount Pony Pony.
Oh, holy mother.
That's right. Our witness here couldn't have only seen shadow figures on that curtain. No way! A little bit of a Donkey Kong monkey from the Wii sound effect there.
Alright.
Yeah!
Perhaps it was the sacred flames of the lanterns that cast the shadow he saw.
Yeah,
Nope.
baby.
Nope. Did you see how bad those lanterns were?
I'm afraid not. I inspected them during my investigation, but the flames were too small to cast a crisp, distinctive figure Mr. Imus claims to have seen. Well, I did see those silhouettes, really. But how could he have, Nick? Oh, sorry if I drew a line. Oops.
I don't care that much.
Maybe it was someplace where they were visible. Wait, don't tell me. Your Majesty? If Mr. Imus really did see those shadows, it brings a new fact to light.
That would be...
The brand new fact that comes to light if Mr. Imus really did see the shadows is... He was somewhere else. He wasn't where he claimed to be at the time of the murder.
Oh, then where do you propose the witness was?
Someplace where he could have seen the shadowy figures, naturally.
Wait, you mean...
None of the mountains east of the inner sanctum are close enough to get a good view. That leaves only one place he could have clearly seen the shadows from.
And where might that be?
This is where Mr. Imus was at the time of the murder.
The inner sanctum.
Yep. The High Priest's home. Mr. Imus is at the inner sanctum, just outside the curtain on the east side. Man, I was going to point to that. You don't have to, like, give me the easy... He was at the inner sanctum, but then you just go and say the whole shit.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's the only place from which you could have seen the shadowy figures. Yahoo!
Really? Wow, I didn't even think of that. But wasn't the inner sanctum off limits to all but the victim and the accused?
And a third party who was there, you mean? I get the feeling that's a subject prosecutor Sandmachine would rather not touch right now. Oh no, someone has contradicted me. Now I need to say something. Damn it!
What am I supposed to do? I have to come up with some bullshit without evidence. Hold on, give me 10 minutes. Oh, you mean...
That's right. This witness is at the scene of the crime. Which means he is the mysterious third party we saw during the divination seance. He could have been the one who dressed as Lady Kira and killed the High Priest.
What?
I'm just fully committing to the Donkey Kong now.
Yeah. Anyway, he's clearly not the one that did it, but he did see it.
Listen, we have to go through the Danganronpa
Yeah.
sequence.
Yeah. No one but the two
was
participants
Byakuya, I
were allowed
promise.
anywhere near the inner sanctum. And the only way up there are the stairs that start down at the Plaza of Devotion. So tell me, how do you propose the witness entered that sacred space?
Oh, you must have, I haven't thought that far ahead. I have.
The sanctum has sheer cliffs on 3 sides and a steep towering rock face on the other. No one could have made it there by climbing the faces of those cliffs.
His Majesty speaks true. To say Mr. Imus was at such an inaccessible location is but a bid to tarnish his credibility. He's already doing a fine enough job of that, it's okay.
Is that not right?
Right, I wasn't at the inner sanctum, no sir, no how. This time I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Then what about the silhouettes you claim to have seen? I'm starting to think I've been imagining things. What? This is insane!
I mean, in his position, much better to say that he didn't see the silhouettes
I knew we
than say,
couldn't trust that lawyer.
Escape.
He's trying to frame the witness. Fuck.
Peace and love, I say.
This is impossible. Unless I can show how I got to the inner sanctum. It just looks like I'm trying to slander Mr. Imus.
I believe in you, Nick.
Slander the fuck out of him. I hate him. He made fun of my bun.
Rah, rah, sis, boom, bah. Fight, Phoenix Wright.
Just look at the accused. Has she no shame?
I mean, she doesn't. What's your problem, lady? Phoenix Wright is very trustworthy, I'll have you know.
Oh my god, you got... Thanks. Except I'm not a lady. I'm actually a gentleman. He's got some nerve for a criminal. I bet that lawyer poisoned her mind. Please, Maya, you're only making it worse. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but it's probably best to keep it to yourself for now.
I would advise the defense to think carefully before making any more sudden outbursts.
Yeah, Your Majesty. If I wasn't the bad guy before, I definitely am now.
Now, Mr. Imus, I would like you to think back carefully before you testify next about where you were that night. Yeah, think carefully. Your two options are I didn't see the silhouettes or, oh, I totally just escaped from prison.
Yeah, I was never at the inner sanctum, I tell you. How much I'm sure of, even with the fuzzy memory. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place. Boy, you lawyers sure are scary.
Impossible to get
I
there
love
in
how
the first
short
place,
his are.
flag, bro.
It makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Guess it must have been impossible for him to get to the inner sanctum like he claims, but...
Now you will desist in trying to frame this innocent witness? Yeah, I'd like to see you explain how he got up there. Thanks, little Timmy. Mr. Wright, is it not time to end these cross-examinations? How many fucking butterflies does this man have? A moment of desperation leads to 100 million years of torment. It means that each moment of a sinner spent struggling to deny their sins, 100 million years of torment are added to their time in hell.
Why are you guys so fucking extra? Why do you get to decide all this shit? Who let you decide all this shit? Where'd you get this from? What ass crack did you pull this out from?
So, say a sinner goes into hell, and they just say, yep, did it all. Not denying, did every ounce of it. Do they just get to go?
When do we get to do Phoenix Wright Hell Lawyer? Where you save people who have been wrongly sent to fucking hell by these assholes.
I don't know, maybe that's the next one. You know, the next one actually stars Phoenix, not
Hell Lawyer. That sounds awesome. I kind of want to do that. That would be a really fun game, honestly. Hell Lawyer would be really cool. Let's make that game. Call it Hell Lawyer.
Hell Lawyer. This, like, the Phoenix Wright style of game is not incredibly difficult. You could literally make it with RenP.
Yeah.
It's just a text-based game.
Yeah, we'll just make it Hell Lawyer. And we'll make you a bunch of really cute succubus waifus. A couple devils.
Okay. I need you to understand how you cut out there was real bad.
I don't know what I said.
Because it said, we could make a couple cute boobs.
Oh, I said succubus waifus.
It just sounded like you said, maybe it was succuboobs. I don't know. Like, you got to the B in succubus, and then it ended with the end of waifus.
Nice. Koreanism is the strictest religion ever.
And just so you know, you've already occurred 200 million extra years.
I've only done 2 moments? I'm surprised.
Damn. That's pretty shocking.
That's 700 million years of torment.
Whoa. Sure, what's another 200 million, give or take?
Well, it's a big deal to me. Can't keep saying that the witness was there at the inner sanctum. If I can prove it. The problem is, how am I going to do that? I was never at the inner sanctum. Pointless. That much I'm sure of,
No.
even with this fuzzy memory. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there. This
That's
is
the
the only
one.
This is the only one that matters.
And it's probably the flags.
I mean,
It doesn't
that's a
have to be
logic leap.
now. It might be a logic leap. I don't know what else I'd present here, though.
Yeah,
Objection!
logic leap. God damn it.
The logic leap didn't work, okay. Ah, they want us to get there a little slower. Fine.
I love it when games are like this.
I don't know. Either you have to press him or something else.
That fell on deaf ears. Alright, let's not leap the logic. See if there's anything that says it's possible to come from above.
I mean, if you had any documentation mentioning the prison directly above the sanctum, but...
Do we have that?
I don't know if we have any... I think the only thing we've got there is Rafa mentioned it. Escape prisoner alert. Escape from royal penetration number 4 yesterday.
Maybe? That's also a logic leap.
That seems like that's even later than the flags.
Yeah.
Because it's like, then it'd be like, well, why was he climbing the flags? You know?
Yeah. Plus, using the newspaper again. I guess I could press all this shit, see if anything happens.
Yeah.
Maybe
You also might want to save, since we've got 2 health, and now we're at the point where every goddamn time that we present, we have to save.
Yeah, well, you know.
Hold it!
Hold it. Are you sure you weren't there? Well, I'm sure, but you're deeply skeptical. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, all lawyers always like this?
Most
Discord die? Okay.
I was drinking water. They always try to pin crimes on an innocent witness without any proof whatsoever. They're no better than bacteria or viruses.
Yikes, you mean he's contagious? It's gonna give me lawyeritis. Okay, this is getting ridiculous.
It's gonna give me lawyer tits.
Oh, there's the scorpions again.
Yeah, he's got
the lizards,
infinite.
The lizards, I mean.
Infinite lizards. Yeah.
Ooh, that was a close one.
I really hope that after he loses his beard, he still has these ridiculous animations that will not look good at all on his regular face.
He almost put me there at the scene of the crime while I wasn't even there. Okay. Bitch. You just said your memory was fuzzy. I sure did. What's the big deal? I'll tell you what. Your testimony isn't very credible if your memory of the events is fuzzy. Well, no worries there. Or maybe fuzzy, but I'm very clear on one thing. Here we go again. If you ask me whether or not I remember what I did that night, I say I do.
Short, you are confident that your testimony is true. Is that correct, Mr. Ernest?
I guess you don't need to be a judge or anything. So in closing, I can clearly say I was totally not there. Alright, this is the only one that matters, but we'll press it. I wonder if it really was impossible for you to get to the inner sanctum.
If you have something to say, just say it.
Could there have been another way to get there? A way that wouldn't attract attention? No, there isn't. Which means, there is. Phoenix is being awfully,
Just share screen again.
awfully upfront this time around. Yep. Ah, here we go. This is probably good. Perhaps the defense would... that's you?
Yeah, I already said it, though.
Ah, okay. I need to have a wild guess load on a theory. Time to reach in my bag of bluffs. To reach the inner sanctum without attracting any attention, he fell from the sky.
I mean, it's technically accurate.
Maybe he fell from the sky. The lawyer thinks he's a comedian now.
I was wondering what crazy theory you would propose next. Well, defense, let's hear it.
Mr. Imus could have, parachuted down?
Actually, that makes more sense than climbing down, considering what the flags looked like.
I already know the weather was clear and there was no wind to speak of. Perfect weather for skydiving, I'd say. Now that you have been backed into a corner, your delusions grow ever more delusional. The inner sanctum is on a tiny ledge upon a sheer cliff over 2,000 meters tall. One misstep and a skydiver would soon find themselves in the Twilight Realm. Yeah, I don't care how still the wind was. Even I couldn't have made that jump. Wait, what's that building on top of the sacred mountain?
That is Royal Penitentiary number 4.
Oh, right. Prince Rafa mentioned there was a prison up there.
What?
Princess.
Couldn't it have been a different mountain?
How do you get your prisoners up there anyway?
By helicopter, but only with authorization from the Minister of Justice. He's the only one who could approve flights to pass over the inner sanctum.
Alright. Might I also add...
That no parachute or any other equipment necessary for skydiving have been found.
Are you saying I flew down by flapping my arms? I may be incredible, dude, but even I'm not capable of that. Well, please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Imus. Not like I can fly through the air, either. The other one, Mr. Imus? You would need to flap your arms if you had some gear.
As I have already stated, nothing of the sort was found in or around the scene of the crime, except for that incredibly obvious parachute.
I'd sure like to see someone... Or not, it's not a parachute. Or is it? Maybe it is.
It is. If you look at how those flags are tied together, that's a parachute.
Huh. Sure like to see some of that so-called glee you're talking about.
It probably wouldn't actually work, but game logic.
I know. Was there really nothing like that at the inner sanctum? Honestly, you should have used the fucking thing as a rope. There was something that could have been used as a parachute. I should give the evidence another look.
You continue to claim the witness was at the inner sanctum. Yet said claim shall remain but a claim without any supporting evidence, Mr. Wright.
Yes, I realize that, Your Majesty. If I can't find any inconsistencies, guess I can always try to elicit some more testimony.
That's...
Boy, you lawyers are scary. Alright, how about the flags?
Yeah, like, that looks like a fucked up parachute.
Sure.
Objection!
Mr. Imus is right. He couldn't have skydived down there without any gear. Well now, finally come around, have you? I see I couldn't have possibly been there at the inner sanctum. Right. If he didn't have any gear, that is. Well, what on earth are you talking about? That overreaction is a dead giveaway that I'm on the right track. Take a look at this piece of evidence.
Those are prayer flags, are they not?
Yes, but they have been sewn together to create one big banner. A banner that also functions as a parachute. They create one big banner. Banner! Anyway.
Konka.
The people of Karain are so used to seeing prayer flags that the police didn't even think twice about these flags during their investigation. Bitch.
No, this cannot be.
The witness landed at the inner sanctum by using these prayer flags as a parachute. Is that not right, Mr. Imus? There's no way out. I'm surrounded. Mr. Imus. All this talk's jogged my memory. I guess I was there at the inner sanctum after all.
If I just say that he's, I mean, maybe he forgot that he escaped from the prison, but like, if he knew he escaped from that prison, he would never step into this fucking courtroom.
As I suspected, there were 3 people there that night. I mean, if he was called on, you know, couldn't
But
have
he
said
wouldn't
no.
have said that he was a witness to this. There would have been no, like, he
Yeah,
would
I
have
guess
laid
so.
low.
Yeah, that's true. That, like, I mean, maybe he's still the killer.
I don't think he's the killer.
Who knows? As I suspected, there were 3 people there that night.
You did it, Nick. You weren't wrong after all.
I believed you were, but I guess it worked out. Thanks. Dude, I would hate being in this fucking courtroom. Do you see those incense blowers? I fucking hate incense. Like, a lot. It's like one of the very few things where, like, you know, people always talk like, oh, I get headaches so easily. I don't. But incense is like that one thing that does.
It depends on the incense. I'm usually alright with it.
I'm awful with all of them. You were the one disguised as Lady Kira that night, weren't you? What? No way, no how. It's like this. Oh yeah. I was there at the inner sanctum by accident. By accident. Exactly. And that thing's not a parachute, it's a homemade paraglider. A paraglider. Are you telling me you could fly using that patchwork mess of material? It don't look like much, but it's as sturdy as can be. I rode the wind like an eagle, going higher and higher from my earthly launching point. But then something happened that forced me to land at the inner sanctum.
Do you not know how a paraglider works?
So you just happened to land there? You expect me to believe that?
No. Please calm yourself, Mr. Wright. However, the fact that the witness wasn't the inner sanctum is crucial testimony indeed. It certainly warrants further explication. Therefore, let's continue with more testimony. Number 3.
4, actually.
4?
Yeah, 4.
This guy, man, he's loaded with testimonies.
A lot of people typically do like the 3 to 5, so he's on track.
He's just quick about it, I guess.
Yeah. Like, compared to the bullshit that was the séance, this is going a lot faster.
Well, because it's pretty obvious what his plot was from the get-go. We knew before.
I was enjoying a trek through the night sky with my homemade paraglider. But just as Mount Pony was drawing near, something terrible happened. An accident forced me to make an emergency landing at the inner sanctum. As I landed, I banged my head, causing me to lose my memory. So you see, I ended up at the inner sanctum purely by accident. A heal?
Mr. Earnest, you failed to mention any of this during your pre-trial questioning.
Can't be helped. I mean, I'm just remembering it now.
Continue such slopshed testimony, and you will be cast into the hell of hangnails. For you shall have hangnails grown and ripped out for 800 million years.
Hoo-ah! I think I'll pass on that.
I think that one's worse than the tickling one.
Hangnails are a pain in the ass. Looks like they caught prosecutor Sandmachine off guard. This is my chance to rip his case to shreds. You don't have to actually do anything. It's not that hard.
The fact that this man was even in court is stupid.
I was enjoying a trek through the night sky with my homemade parrot. Can I, just object to that? Uh-huh. Yeah, what's that accident, my dude? What exactly was this accident you had? Good question. Now, what was it again? Wind? Oh yeah, it was a wind. Not just any wind, but a sudden gale force wind. Made me lose control. The wind was strong enough to make you lose control. You got that right. Okay then, please add that to your testimony. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting, considering we know with absolute certainty that there was no wind.
There was wind.
The weather was great, though, what I'm saying. The weather was good.
Wind.
There wasn't gale force wind.
There was wind enough to blow, it's what caused him to look over. Like, we saw the wind blow in the séance.
I know, but that was a light wind. That's not a gale force wind.
Had the wind been blowing the whole time around the mountains? Yep, just the right amount of wind for paragliding. So that sudden gale force wind was a real shocker. I see. So a decent wind had been blowing until then. Never mind. Right! Paragliders not much use without a decent wind. Help me.
I'm saying this man's stupid. The weather was clear. There was not a gale force wind. Calm, clear skies.
Objection!
We have a saying in my country, Mr. Imus. One lie begets another. Huh. What's that supposed to mean? It means someone caught lying will lie again in an attempt to conceal their first lie. It's literally the game of every single person I've ever cross-examined. They waterfall contradictions out of their ass. In like the fucking piss and shit river I saw 2 days ago. In other words, this current testimony is just a blatant lie. You're covering. What'd you just say? I had a fit. You claim gale force winds cause you to lose control, but this newspaper has the weather report for the day of the murder. We already commented on this. It says the area around the inner sanctum will enjoy clear skies. Conka.
Why, I do believe it says that. And I forgot about that 10 seconds ago. One lie begets another. That makes sense, but is it really a saying back home? I've never heard it.
Good lord, you're dumb, Maya. Yeah, kind of. No, that one exists. That one exists. What are you talking about? What do you mean you made it up?
For real?
Your Majesty, the witness's testimony contains another flaw, one that's even more fatal to his cause.
More fatal, you say? The defense will explain himself at once.
Mr. Imus claims he was flying up around the inner sanctum with his paraglider, but it would have been impossible to get all the way up there without any wind.
Why, yes, I believe you're right. But we know the witness was at the inner sanctum, so... Mr. Imus, how did you get there, and from where?
Well, it wouldn't be a game if I explained it, so, without any wind, he couldn't have flown up there from the bottom of the mountain. By process of elimination, the only starting point that makes any sense is... Your Majesty, I believe I have the answer to your question. To reach the inner sanctum, Mr. Imus must have launched himself from here. Hoo-ha! Are you insane?
That's where he came from?
If he couldn't have come from below, the only other option is from above. So you see, Anonymous came down from Royal Penitentiary number 4. From there, he could have easily reached the inner sanctum by parachute. And that means he might have also killed the High Priest.
What?
Mr. Imus, were you the third party at the inner sanctum? And the one behind the warning to halt the right that the victim received? Was it you we saw in his final memory? Are you the rebel hunter, Lady Kira? Woohoo! Damn, DK got a star there. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sir, you gotta help me out of here. I have to do something? No thanks, you're guilty. Fuck you.
You did it. You finally left
Finally!
him speechless.
Finally! Finally!
Dude's been speechless for half this trial.
Now, come on, Mr. Prosecutor, man.
Quiet, you fool.
Quiet, you.
You should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come.
Bitch.
For a fate far worse than hangnail, hell awaits you now. Well done, defense. I must concede this point to you.
He's so fucking bad. He didn't even try. He didn't even try.
It's like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. Sure.
He's like, he brought in the witness. He's like, yeah, I saw the whole thing. All right, perfect. Come on in. So you're gonna brief me on it? No, you're perfect. Just tell him that. I saw their shadows.
He
Oh
didn't.
God, what have I done?
It's okay. It's not even that he's not defending him here. The guy's clearly, like you shouldn't defend him here. However, the fact that this man was brought into the courtroom. Why? Did you not question him slightly? Did you just assume he was fucking telling the truth?
I know you aren't used to this, but you're a fucking world-renowned prosecutor, guy. You can't be making these mistakes.
Question the witness just a little bit.
The witness did, in fact.
Look at how quickly, by the way, you were able to dismantle this guy's argument. This is the fact that you were able to confirm that this guy was a prisoner from that prison within 10 minutes, real time at the most. He should have figured this out before he even came to the fucking courtroom.
He fucking paraglided, obviously. What are you talking about? He paraglided with fucking flags.
With no wind.
Like, with each passing statement, he was just like, stop, please stop.
The fact that he said, no, that parachute was
seriously ever again.
How the hell do you go from, no, it's not a parachute, it's a paraglider. How does that solve this? It doesn't change anything.
Anyway.
The witness did, in fact, descend to the inner sanctum from Royal Penitentiary Number 4. Oh, he did, in fact. You knew this.
He didn't even put up a fight this time. This time? What do you mean this time? You never fought him before. That's awfully generous of him.
But if you are as perceptive as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous's true identity.
Why the fuck did you bring him into court? Was this just a waste of the judge's time? Are you angry at him or something?
No, okay. Maybe our boy here, Sandmachine, was real smart, right? He wanted to take two people down here. He wanted to find Maya guilty, but he also wanted to arrest this guy while he was at it. Because he knew all along that this was the second in command of the rebels. There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. Look
fucking
how smart
arrest him now. Why? No. Why?
They see. I don't know, man. Look.
Congratulations. You did it early. What was the point of all this? Not sure I know quite yet, but I guess I'll have to answer with something.
It would seem I am the only one still in the dark here. Will the defense care to enlighten me?
Why me?
Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous?
He literally is the one who brought it up. But okay, I can do that. The witness's true identity is... Look at him.
Look at him. He's wearing the same outfit.
Is this really him?
Only now do you realize the truth.
That said, if you do not know that, they give you very little to go off of if you did not realize.
Guess.
But it's pretty fucking obvious.
But they had shown him in color before with the same outfit on.
Please do share with us your belated insight. However, if we had, like, seen that in color and then taken, like, I don't know, fucking 2 months off and then came back, it'd have been like, oh, fuck, who is it? Honestly, it's, like, the only option it could be from your evidence, so, you know.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Nick? Just say it.
Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case.
Yeah, because he wouldn't be the rebel hunter. He's a rebel.
Really? Are you sure?
Unfortunately, I've got no other choice. That scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off.
No, it didn't.
It's all becoming clear now. The nighttime base jump from the mountaintop prison. The precision landing at the inner sanctum using only a homemade parachute. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. This witness is Datsar Bal. That's horrible! Prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group.
What?
Fuck.
This witness is an escaped prisoner.
Oh, this music hits hard.
Precisely. But the police have been scouring every corner of the city to no avail.
Congratulations allowing him to say he'll testify in court instead of just arresting him.
Meanwhile, he was here under our noses the entire time.
You guys are bad at your job. Do you think anyone would see through my clever disguise?
He might not even be amnesiac in any way.
That's what I'm
He
thinking.
probably
This
isn't.
is trial 1-4.
Yeah. But the witness's charade is not all that has been shattered. Is it, defense?
Boy, do I hate this guy.
Please recall the defense's own words.
Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the high priest. The letter said, do not perform the rite. But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that's why the high priest was murdered.
Who do you suppose sent that letter?
A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself.
He claimed the real killer was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira.
Yeah, and what's your point?
What of the witness's true identity?
Only a paratrooper, more precisely a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. This witness is Desirable! Desirable! Prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group.
Oh, no.
Bitch.
Oh, yeah. He is a rebel and an escaped prisoner. He could not have possibly been Lady Kira, mortal enemy of the rebels.
Unless he was an anti-rebel. Shut up. Let me have this, please.
No.
Well, perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he's yet to refute any of this.
Hooah! You got me. I'm the razor-sharp fangs of the Defiant Dragons. Please take out like a razor and just shave off your beard. That's horrible! This song also goes hard.
When did you get your memory back?
Oh, around the time guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me credit for making up all that testimony off the top of my head. Are you prepared to tell us the truth now? Well, it's true I parachuted down to the inner sanctum. But I banged my head on impact and ended up unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie. A big fat lie!
Why were you even here?
Oh, and by the way, long time no see, Yudi. Wait, these two know each other?
Your Majesty. This filthy rebel belongs in a jail cell. Oh, yes, of course. Berliff, seize him at once.
Seems you really have forgotten the will of the dragon, huh, Yudi? But I haven't. No dogs at the Garan regime are gonna lay a finger on me. Alley-oop.
Oh, he did it.
Bailiff!
Instant transmission. Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert.
He just did the Dragon Quest jump spell, or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, he did zoom?
Yeah.
There you go.
Just
It doesn't
smashes-
work. This room, this
Yeah,
room
it's
has a
a ceiling.
ceiling.
You know, maybe they have an open window.
In some games, you can do that. Most games, you do slam your head against the ceiling.
Fuck.
Escaped prisoner. Escaped again.
These people are fucking moronic. Hello?
How the hell did you manage to fail to catch him? These are the most armed bailiffs I've ever seen. And even they can't fucking
They are
do it.
covering every door. They have AK-47s. Like, what? How?
How do you fail to catch this guy?
How?
The police force has been placed on high alert. He will be caught before long.
Yeah, I'm sure he will, bud.
An escaped prisoner has escaped the law again after giving a ton of false testimony. Talk about a troublemaker.
How is this guy not even remotely considered possibly the killer? Oh no, but he is the rebel No, you fucking idiots. I could have been wrong. Maybe he wasn't a rebel. Maybe he dressed himself as the rebel killer. Just to, like good lord, people, good lord. But yeah, I know he didn't do it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but from their perspective, he should be a very real suspect.
You really pulled a number on all of us. What was the point of all that anyway? Padding.
Well, I can't help but feel the entire episode was an enormous waste of time. What that was for was to introduce That's Horrible as a character who will be important later.
Yes.
Remember.
Probably in this trial he'll be important. Or maybe in 5 or 4 or whatever. I think Emily said
Probably a
there's
later
5.
trial. I don't think he's gonna have a major role for the rest of this trial. I don't really see how he would. He was there coincidentally.
We'll find out.
Your Majesty.
But I think what that proved is at least one thing. It's possible for there to have been like more than just 2 people. They've proven that it was possible for there to be 3, so it's also possible there could have been 4. I mean, come on.
His was an exceptional circumstance.
Another exceptional circumstance could have happened. We've proven one. We can prove another.
Dude, we're just gonna find out that there was a fucking parade chain of like 8 guys up there.
It's going to be Danganronpa 1 trial 4.
Perhaps it was not as great a waste of time as you might believe. What makes you say that, Prosecutor Sandmachine?
That's horrible!
That's horrible. Drop something as he made his escape from these halls.
Oh, hey, there's the other end of the bloody note.
No.
I think.
Yeah, it pretty much matches up.
Actually, this one isn't torn.
It's not torn, but do we have a torn note? I mean, it does match up. Not really,
not
but
really.
almost. I don't know.
Is there anything else that's torn? Not really.
Mm,
That scrap of
well,
paper
we'll
looks
see.
awfully familiar.
These appear to be direct orders from Dirk. From Dirk, the rebel leader. Oh, but we only have a small corner of it.
Wait, I remember now. Your Majesty, I've seen that scrap of paper before.
You have?
The scrap of paper, that's horrible, dropped us a part of this.
I mean...
I guess.
Is there anything else it could be?
I think that's it.
Okay, I guess. And this is...
I found it at the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of that order that Mr. Horrible dropped. Oh, and it's conveniently the left corner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. It's so fucking dumb.
Why was there even a copy of it?
If we put the 2 together, we should be able to read what the order says. Oh my god, that's fucking
Oh man,
stupid.
how convenient.
That is so fucking stupid.
Oh my, and what does it say, Mr. Wright?
It says... Please translate, Maya.
I'm illiterate.
I can't read Koreanese.
Prosecutor, if you please. The ignorant lawyer has not bothered to learn our language. Very well.
Ignorant of me.
I've been here 2 days, my guy. I mean, there's a limit.
Oh my god, is he gonna do the thing from Ratatouille? Nah, he's not gonna quite do that. Darn!
I do not understand.
Well, what does it say?
Using the lamplights as a landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum.
Oh, that's why he crash landed. Those things are terrible.
Yeah. Upon the rite's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape.
There you go, fuckers! Yes! He could have donned the robes and just stabbed her! Him.
What? That is how he was to escape from the prison?
So if I were to assume that Mr. Horrible was the one who killed the High Priest, then maybe it was because Abbott in me tried to thwart his escape plan.
Oh, foul lawyer. I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous.
No,
it isn't.
Say anything. Did you just read my mind?
I know how your putrid mind works. Fortunately for you, however, now that the rebels' escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that that's horrible is not the High Priest's killer.
How can you be so sure?
If only you would use that putrid brain of yours every once in a while.
Listen, bud, same.
That's horrible's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual.
What do you mean?
I am speaking of Abbott in me, of course. Had That's Horrible simply donned Lady Kira's robes and made his escape alone, he would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side? Well, then that kind of still confirm. Are you? You're definitely supporting our theory that the High Priest is a rebel. Then, I mean.
Yes, he is.
I mean, you're the blasphemer now, motherfucker. Faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have had no cause to suspect anything. It is, therefore, unthinkable that That's Horrible was the High Priest's kill.
Ah!
So then, you're saying the High Priest was a... Oh, I cannot bear to say it. I'm afraid it is so. He numbered among the rebels who threaten our kingdom.
That's horrible. What an evil man. I can't believe he did such a thing. Thanks for telling us, Naruto. You're so smart. We love you.
How could this be?
Fuck you, Phoenix Wright. The High Priest, a rebel?
There must be some kind of mistake. Let it go and move on. Accept the truth. It is the only way. And that goes double for you, Defense. Cease your futile battle now.
And why should I?
Because I will now put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Let's hear it.
Yeah, let's hear this, bud. Come on. I have another witness.
Now that we have eliminated That's Horrible from our list
That's
of
horrible.
suspects, there is only one person that still remains, the accused, Maya Fett.
That's your nail.
But we
Pointing out the
still know
obvious.
there was a second person up there.
Hold it right there. Aren't you forgetting something important?
Something important. Please do explain, Defense.
This guy's an idiot. We cannot end this trial without looking into the third party, right?
I mean, we know that there was a third party up there, right?
Yeah.
You can save if you're not confident, but like...
I'm pretty sure it's the third. Yeah, fuck. Like, why would we care about the murder weapon and the arrow? It's the third party. Come on. I'm talking about the true identity of the Lady Kira we saw in the séance vision. If that wasn't That's Horrible, then who was it?
Objection.
That's horrible.
That matter had already been resolved.
Has it now? It has. What's he talking about?
Maya's fast. It is as I have maintained from the start. There was no third party in the séance vision.
I am literally going to stab this
He's-
man.
Okay. Does Maya have the powers of instant transformation and Superman clothes changing? Like...
But there was another Lady Kira there besides my FA. We all saw her! What
Oh
the...
no.
That's a funny Phoenix face. I really like that. I can't do my finger point. Oh no!
Oh no! This is the most evil thing a prosecutor's ever done.
No!
Dude, fucking taser beads, OP. It is time to let it go and move on. Why? Your fate has already been sealed, much like your arm.
Hello, Your Honor. The prosecutor is assaulting me. Please
that's
arrest
normal.
him.
That's normal. That's not. I mean, you know.
This hardly seems fair.
It is quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time.
Oh, yeah?
If the victim was near the spring with his back to the accused, what would he see ahead?
The statue. Oh, the statue looks like her.
I guess, but the statue's fucking solid gold. It's not wearing a goddamn cloak.
I'm pretty sure it is anyway. Let's take a look.
You see a cloak?
Nah.
That's not even... No, that's not even... That's a fucking bird. It's not even the... It doesn't look anything like the cloak.
Yeah, it looks like
Did
this, kind of.
Did somebody drape the cloak over the statue? That's the only way what he's saying makes sense, is if somebody put the cloak on top of the statue on purpose?
I guess if he claims that, that would be like one of the smarter things he's claimed, I guess.
I don't know. Besides the water itself, there is nothing but the Warbot statue.
That was a very soft-spoken judge there.
Oh, that's the judge, okay. Precisely. That Lady Kira we saw in the séance is the Warbot statue draped in her sacred robes.
Alright, I can see it. No way!
The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the séance vision.
I wish we could watch the seance vision so we could see it fucking move.
It actually didn't. The thing did remain completely still.
That's true. Then
Before
why
she
did he
came-
run towards the... So
He didn't
weird.
even... And he put up his hands in a defensive posture. It's such a...
Maybe
like,
he was moving to grab it.
That's not really how his hands were moving, because they flailed more. He didn't just extend his arms to grab it. They flailed around as well.
Well, maybe he's a bad walker. Maybe he tripped.
Wouldn't he use a... I don't know. Whatever.
He's like 40-something. He's not even that old.
Or she came from behind and stabbed the victim with a dagger in a reverse grip. Give up on the reverse grip thing for a second. We know that's false.
Maya gripped that big fucking
Is this-
dagger with one hand. Are you kidding me?
Can we talk about the fact that he is totally just using a piece of evidence he knows was bullshit? The guy fucking lied about all of this, and he's using it as if this was an absolute truth.
Yeah, that's correct. Except, actually, I don't think he's the one who established the reverse grip shit. I think that was, what's her name?
Who?
Rafa's. That was Rafa who said it was a reverse grip.
No, it was not. It was, That's Horrible that said it was a reverse grip.
I'm pretty sure That's Horrible agreed that it was a reverse grip. That he witnessed through the shadows. I think it was someone else who said it was a reverse grip. It might not have been Rafa, but I'm pretty sure it was. If not, it was Naruto.
It was like Naruto asked about how the dagger was being held to That's Horrible, but I don't think anybody established it prior to that.
I don't know.
But why would the accused want to do something like create a false Lady Kira? To show it to the victim as he was being slain. And what reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill? It was not the victim she was trying to fool.
Fuck the music.
It was this very court itself. Come again? Yeah, but this doesn't add up either, because if they would have just assumed she was wearing the cloak. That wouldn't have fixed shit. But, whatever. Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if another Lady Kira was there.
You are a complete idiot. The seance vision literally showed... Never. I had to work my ass off to prove that it wasn't Maya. Even though it's pretty fucking obvious it wasn't. But Jesus Christ. Whatever.
I had to work my ass off to even establish that the Lady Kira was there. Why do you think that she would have put the fucking cloak there if you would have just assumed that she was wearing the fucking cloak and stabbed the guy? Whatever. The defense has been foolish enough to fall for it and claim it was a third party in disguise.
Oh, now you're saying I'm falling for it. I thought you... So, does that mean I don't go to hell because I'm foolish? Or are you sending me to hell because fuck you? Whatever.
Are you saying? I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme perpetrated by the accused. I love his fucking grin. Like, he's just so fucking witty that he thinks he can...
Wow, I almost made a good point for once.
A scheme in which she shot to use the séance vision to mislead us. I think I said shot there.
Yes, scheme in which she shot him.
Damn, dude.
This can't be happening.
What a face you are making, defense. I am surprised you are taking this so hard. By the way, Emma's watching this and she's like going, he's not that bad, guys. You're just fucking treating him extra poorly.
Yeah.
Other prosecutors do this shit all the time, and they do. But it's not as noticeable when they do it, I feel like. Because, I don't know, they use
I gotta be
evidence or
honest.
something.
When I was watching Blackwell, he was pretty rock solid.
I don't know, I feel like other prosecutors support their claims with evidence, and he never does. He just says things.
Maybe it's the fact that, like, all the prosecutors fucking berate their witnesses that they call in, and they send them through harsh scrutiny, where this asshole is just like, send him in. Come on, chop chop.
I don't know. I don't know what's so different about him, but he exudes this aura of incompetence that the other ones don't.
I think it's also the fact that he's, like, by far the youngest gap compared to you. Like, okay, Phoenix was, like, equal age to Edgeworth, but that's fucking Edgeworth. No, that's not even true, because you were way older than Von Karma, but Von Karma just exudes that I'm gonna give false evidence, fuck you vibe.
Yeah,
Gato's
don't know
kind of badass.
the specific thing that makes him feel so incompetent. It just feels like he never uses evidence, ever.
It's possibly the fact that he's also part of this kangaroo court that is being held here, and he fully supports it. That's also part of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't feel bad about calling him a moron because he supports this asinine court.
Anyway, after all, did I not clearly state a while back that you are chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy? Nothing has occurred to me, you see. You and your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy.
You're telling me you knew this is how it would turn out all the way back then? Then why the fuck did you let me lose my health? Way to go. Way to waste the court's time. And you're just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me.
Do you understand now? I have had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. No, you haven't.
So what you're literally admitting to, what you are actively admitting to, is... What the hell's that called? Obstruction of justice, essentially? You were delaying the court for no reason.
Yeah, basically. Toying with you for fun. I mean, Gato toys with you for fun, but at least you make progress with him. This is an outrage. You took our royal priestess's sacred divination seance and used it to commit this most foul and despicable murder. No, I did nothing of the sort.
Maya.
Nick, it's not true. I didn't. Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who seeks only to taint this sacred hall. Indeed, it seems this trial is over. Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter-argument or something?
The accused is not the killer. And, here's why. Now what do I do? I've got nothing.
It would appear the defense has run out of arguments to make.
Thought for sure that the rebel was the killer. The only person with a possible motive. The only one dressed as Lady Kira has vanished. I've got nothing to use against Prosecutor Sandmachine's argument. Damn it, I can't lose now, not like this.
Very well then, I shall now render my verdict.
Wait! Please wait, I'm begging you.
It is time to let it go and move on.
Fuck.
This trial need not be drawn out any longer. Thanks, prosecutor. Anyway.
I missed the game again.
The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Felix Wright.
And
wow,
it's too
guilty.
late. And it's too late. You
It's
can't,
too late.
Can't
You
draw
can't
that back.
fix it now.
You can't fix that now. That's how the rules work. Ah.
Well, dude, he's gonna do it, and it's gonna be like, no, that's not.
That's not how it's ever worked, but oh well.
I guess. Okay. Your Majesty, please forgive this interruption, but... It shows up with an AK. What is the meaning of this?
All of you fuckers are going down. A body has been discovered!
And a positive devotion, Your Majesty.
Of course it has.
What's this?
A body. What happened now?
And we found this sticking out of the victim. Boy, that's Lady Kira's warband dagger. Okay, so now that the rebel hunter has killed...
Lady Kira, she has returned with the Twilight Realm once more. She's come
to defeat the rebels. Yeah. Peace. Well, let's see, the dagger that was once lost has now been found. I have one more thing to report, prosecutor. Yes? This dagger. It's the same one. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it.
Of course it does. What?
But...
Oh shit, maybe I did do it. Oops, sorry, Phoenix. Why would Maya's prints be on it? Maybe it's because she was part of the ritual, you dum-dum.
I cannot believe it, yet it must be true. There's something the matter, prosecutor. This trial has run its course, and the accused guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing.
I was?
You claimed that the murder at the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira.
I did say something to that effect, but what of it?
Prosecutor, are you suggesting what I think you are?
Bitch.
I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who has been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused, Miss Maya Fey. But if the rebel hunter just killed somebody while Maya is here. Bullshit.
While she was in prison? Are you a fucking dumbass?
How could you believe this? I realize how shocking this must seem.
Yeah, please run us through this one, Mr. Naruto.
Looking back, however, I now realize there was much that pointed to this fact. Rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 months ago.
And this is why Maya's in none of the future games. She was actually a massive asshole. Just went around cutting people.
Well, the future games don't exist because they switched to doing fucking old Britain version for a while.
Yeah.
The accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well. Why, the timing matches perfectly. But there is more. That warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the raid. Despite his house being locked up tight that night.
Dude, spitting bars, Naruto.
It was on the end of an arrow. Somebody who's good with a bow could just shoot it through the fucking window.
How does that prove anything?
It's difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there. Mainly to prepare for the purification rite. Abbot Inmee was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions.
Bitch.
The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing.
No. No.
We assume the accused was Lady Kira. That more than establishes her motive for killing the High Priest. Yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent, bent on helping Death's our
That's
escape,
horrible.
after all. Precisely, and made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath.
I really hope Emily doesn't remember what "that's horrible" comes from, and why I keep shouting it like that.
I don't know what that's from.
Oh, you don't?
Maybe. Maybe I do,
I don't
but I
even know
don't.
if I'm going to be able to find it. There's no way I'm going to be able to. It's in the Discord. Oh my god, there's no way. There's an animated video of some clip from some movie where the animatic is of a bear holding up a woman and he goes, "She's dead!" And there's a woman who goes, "She is. These are the moments that make life worth living." Oh god, for God's sake, that was horrible. And it just sounds like nonsense.
One other thing. When you were scrolling over Chrome or whatever the fuck that was, what the fuck was that purple creature in the other tab?
Wait, you saw me scroll over Chrome?
Yeah, there was like a fucking
Wait.
purple bear dancing or some shit.
How can you see me scroll over Chrome?
I can see you scroll over all that shit at the bottom of your screen.
Oh, purple. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Oh, that's that's WarioWare, Vinny WarioWare.
I was like, what the fuck is on your screen?
You know, I just like watching some Freddy Fazbear in my spare time. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Good thing
I
that
saw
wasn't
that
one of
and I was
my
like-
purple bear spoilers from my Fire Emblem campaign.
I was like, what the fuck is that on his screen?
Listen, don't judge me. I like, jeez.
To be fair, very WarioWare image. But
Yeah, very, very worried. Dude, have you seen the baby crying minigame where you have the rocket and has the hyper-realistic face?
yeah.
Anyway. Did you read this
I
line?
think I already said that one. Yeah.
Precisely. It's the same butterfly. It has
I know
to
it's the same butterfly, but like, why? Where does it go?
It flies
I don't
wherever it
know.
wants.
And after killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel.
I just want him to, like, hold the butterfly and then do the clap motion on the butterfly and just go...
I could see that happening, like, if he really flipped
killer.
out. Yeah, if he was, like, in a flip-out animation. But he's not gonna have that.
And he just, like, starts mangling his fists together. And slamming them on the table.
So it seems the scope of this case has expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Miss Maya Fey, masquerading as Lady Kira. I guess
and now I get to defend her from prison for the second trial, and then that's how we undo the first one.
Yeah, I guess. I guess we should be thankful for his fucking idiocy, because, yeah, she clearly couldn't have killed that guy. She was in jail at the time. Anyway, if Miss Fey is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment.
Would it now? Would I go from death to deather?
What, death to death? I don't think it changes shit.
Oh no, it affects your after. You go to an even lower level of hell than the lowest level of hell.
Didn't he already say that the hell of tickling was the lowest level of hell?
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna go to an even lower level, baby. This is fucking Dragon Ball Z power scaling of the death torture of hell.
And I still think the hell of hangnails is significantly worse than the hell of tickling.
Well, it'll be the hell of hangnail tickling, where you're tickled with your hangnails.
I don't think a hangnail can tickle you. I don't know if that's a pop.
Oh, enough hangnails on your fingers can do it. Anyway.
In light of this, I believe this second murder must be investigated before we can proceed. As you wish, your majesty. Maya Fey, I hereby charge you with this second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins.
A new murder charge on top of a guilty verdict.
It seems the defense will live to see one more day.
Talk about hanging on by a thread.
Do they? Actually, I don't know if that's true. Wouldn't they just, like, following their own laws, they would just kill Wright right now. And then she'd have to find a different attorney.
They would, except Phoenix would say, I'll defend the second murder. Although, I guess since it's technically the second murder, you're automatically roped into this. You don't even get a choice.
I guess. I don't know.
This is so fucking stupid.
I feel like their own laws, they'd be like, nope, you're already guilty of that one. You're gonna die now, because she definitely killed that guy.
I feel like this is where Phoenix should have said, I'll defend her on the second one. And that's how he gets roped into it. But I guess they're just skipping that part and forcing him into it because everyone hates Phoenix.
I guess. It's an opportunity. He shouldn't even be upset right now, but like...
I mean, it's pretty fucking dour.
It's dour, but the alternative is die right now, so...
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to go to the hell of hangnails. Are you kidding me?
Look, I'm looking at this from the perspective of, like, look, his options are literally go outside and be executed, or defend her a second time. Like...
Alright, how about he goes to the hell of hang-ups? It's where he has a problem he has to call his local bank about, but they keep hanging up on him every time he tries to call them. But he's not allowed to escape hell until he gets someone who doesn't fucking hang up on him. I think that's pretty good.
I hereby suspend these proceedings to the conclusion of blah blah blah. This court is adjourned.
Yay!
Yeah, woo, yeah.
Oh, this is fucked. To be cunt.
To be continued.
Phoenix is gonna die. Well, congratulations. You proved she didn't commit the second murder. Now, what about the first one? I have nothing for that. Kill him. Alright. That's Phoenix Wright for the night. Alright, Emily, you can't complain. That was 3.5 hours. It's a big, meaty one.
It's a meaty one for you.
It's a meaty Wario. Anyway. Well. I tell you who it was. They might shoehorn in a person. Or it might be, like, right now, the only person who I could think of is the wife. which I think is
I
hilarious.
I think it's either the wife or that other guy, like the pure
yeah.
Pure Zealot. That guy could also have done it.
Yeah.
Those are the only two I think it could be right now. I think the wife is a definitive possibility. I think Pure Zealot is also a possibility.
It was Pearly. She did it. That jerk. It's had to be a rebel, didn't she?
Yeah.
All right, we're done now. That's 3.5 hours exactly on the dot. Goodbye.